Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the finale of Major's Bizarre Adventures Part 2,
Electric Boogaloo.
or Blue Oyster Blues. I am your host, Duhad. As always, I am joined by your GM, Balil.
Hello, everyone.
Indeed, hello. And, of course, our fellow players, Winter,
Howdy ho.
Zombie Cam,
Sandwich.
and Morad.
Hello.
Yes, we tried very hard, Zombie, but unfortunately, yeah, couldn't manage it. Building a better robot, one that can suffocate like a champ, but we're still working on it. Meanwhile, though, we are.
You should decide that there's certain liquids that robots must make suffocation rules for, or
I'm sure
they have
Anyway.
suffocation rules for specific things in that it's their machinery breaking down instead of it being that
yeah,
it's
we'll have
water
I might have
or
something in there. Yeah.
Yeah, like let's say if they're a older or shittier robot, then they have to resist, like let's say they're covered in sand or in a sandstorm, then they need to.
This is unrelated to
Make
Major
suffocation.
2's finale.
Whatever, it's fine. Regardless. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. Sorry for that little delay. April got sick, and then there was another game that was going to go on. Yeah, let's continue derailing.
People were missing. It's fine.
So,
we're right
so
back into it
anyway,
now.
insert political statement here.
So yes, so we're picking up where we left off, as we have just finished getting the shit kicked out of us, and we had someone die, we had someone come back to life again. We revealed the true identity of Buck, aka Buckethead, and now
AKA Private Ryan,
aka Private Ryan.
AKA Major Tom's son. Ugh.
Bailey has been removed from the picture. The order has vacated the premises. That leaves just us, Jacqueline, and the head of the mafia to settle this issue once and for all.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Indeed, it is. And so this is where we pick up. This is where we are taking off from this point.
Yes. So you were told last time by Perez that you were going to from the final box where you received a softball-sized rock that's apparently called an awakening stone, and also a note by Perez where she basically told her plans of fleeing the city, and then also ratted out the location of the hideout for her boss, Vane, which is located in Town Hall, in the large library in Town Hall in the center of Quad City. Yeah.
And also Frankenstein.
Yes, Frankenstein is a important detail in that she said to look for the author of that book, and then use that to get into the base.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So I propose that we go and basically let Jacqueline in on all of this, because clearly we want her with us going into the belly of the beast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to? Well, she was with you when you found out the detail.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Then
It was right after you did the game of Hangman.
It's been over a month. Okay.
No, it's not. It has been over a month.
Well, it's been about a month. It's been
It's
3
been
weeks.
2 weeks.
3 weeks.
Half a month.
3 weeks, quote unquote. For you kiddos at home, may have thought that the channel was dead because the last video was titled "The End."
Was it
at
till the
the-
end?
No, it was the final Con X session.
Oh yeah, right.
With the tagline, "The end."
Yeah, right.
next to
Because
it.
that, I think people figured it out. I think people
And-
figured it. Anyway,
yeah.
point is, yeah. So we're all gonna go to the thing then. Does anyone have anything they need to do before we go after Vane?
What about Fran?
What about Fran?
Batter.
I don't know. We could get her.
We could get
Good help.
Fran. We could get Fran.
Hey kids, let's take this 13-year-old to.
We're already taking
Hey
a
kids, let's take
13-year-old
this
with
10-year-old.
us.
No, you're taking a 10-year-old, a completely different age group.
Well, we
Hey,
could
I
get
know
Fran,
that
then.
you. I know that your older sister just got her throat slit, and you haven't seen her at home, for the past couple hours. But
The girl runs a secret base. I think if like anything, telling her that
You
is
don't
going to
know
just inspire her to
that.
join us in this.
you don't know that. You don't know that. The only
Madison
person
does.
who knows that she runs a secret base is the
Madison.
10-year-old.
Yeah, Madison, who is the one proposing this. So I'm just saying, like, I think I'm thinking Zombie might be right in saying that, Madison could realistically expect Fran to want some revenge.
Well,
Again, I'm just saying it because I don't want to. I don't want to have 4 character sheets to balance
Fair enough.
because I already have Buck, Jacqueline, and Vane.
Yeah, I think.
We could always shade out. Buck
Let's
for,
get like an infinite
Fran.
amount.
Let's just grab the entire populace.
No,
and
no,
have
just like
them-
no. It's like a Bioware RPG. We're just swapping out party members. We're like, no, we'll leave Buck behind at the base and take Fran with us instead.
And then we also replace Jacqueline for Julius.
Oh fucking hell! Julius left already, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, after reviving Bailey, Dean just fucking swoosed out of there.
I think we're good. I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah.
I don't want to get Fran hurt. So
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Fuck the adults, though. Am I right?
So everyone kind of like arms up and rolls out to the library.
Yeah. So on your
This is a
long
government
drive along the highway, you pass by the apartment, along with the crater and twisted trees that still have yet to have been seen to be noticed by the local city. You do notice that along your way around there, despite it being I can't remember what time of day it is, but I believe it's like midday.
Yeah.
Despite being midday, the roads are pretty barren. In fact, the entire way there is pretty barren. However, the way away from there has quite a bit of traffic.
Okay, so everyone's getting the fuck out. Alright.
Getting out of
Well, that's
Dodge.
not ominous at all.
Well, they think there's a terrorist going around blowing up schools and shit.
Yes,
So-
and considering the fact they all seem to be leaving, then like the point of exit seems to be near to the library. I'm imagining another terrorist attack is started there.
Presumably.
And of course, I'm making quotation marks when I say
Yeah.
terrorist because obviously we
Yeah.
know what's going on.
Obviously, we know who the terrorist is. He's sitting in the car with us.
I put a little bag on Edward's head.
I am not famous.
You have never seen me before.
Mhm.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone have any any last words they want to say before we drive into hell?
Well, can we pick up coffee on the way?
I don't know if any place is still open, considering the evacuation.
Well, you've done worse. You could just break in.
Alright. All in favor of stealing coffee, I suppose. Raise your hands.
Jacqueline raises her hand. I mean, she's driving, but she's only like partially doing it.
Puts
You know
it
where
in,
you
and, yeah,
put yeah.
and then puts it back down. Yeah. Allison shrugs. Alright, I'm in. We'll get a hot cocoa for Madison and Edward.
Mm-hmm. You couldn't find any like particular coffee shops, but probably as a big final cosmic FU is the tea shop brand that you could only find the tea shop brand, the same one that Julius worked for. Obviously abandoned, and you quickly find that the door is unlocked, kind of as if everyone's been told to evacuate really quickly.
Yeah, Allison just, like, considering the fact that she has no respect for this chain, instead of trying to, like, unlock the door or anything, she just smashes in one of the windows and climbs in.
Mm-hmm.
Edward is just seeing, like, he leans down to try to pick the lock, but feels his own lock, so he just opens the door.
Yeah. The TV's on, there's a little bit of music playing in the background, and the lights are on, just no one's there.
Allison's gonna
Is
grab a
the
scone.
Yeah.
Is the evacuation notice, like, playing?
Yes. After a quick announcement from Jessica Boyle on the screen, talking about how this will be her last broadcast with the channel before her leaving the city herself, it cuts back to the news anchor, who talks about. I might as well just play as the news anchor, right? Makes sense.
Might as well.
Yeah. For the first time in American history since the Great Migration, no one has seen such a large immigration of peoples outside of a urban area until now. Ever since the announcement of the large string of terrorist attacks and the connection with the suspect Murdoch Newton, people have grown in fear, especially due to the fact that when FBI agents have tried apprehending him in his home business, he was not found to be there.
Well, that's not good.
The FBI is said to continue their search and urges everyone to please make their way out of the city.
That's very, very not good.
Yeah. They
It's
got my
just
name
like-
backwards.
Well, hopefully that'll be enough to prevent people from, noticing you. Allison grabs a couple of scones. I mean, to think that people are trying to paint us as criminals.
What time of day? What time of day is it?
It's midday.
Okay, and
it's
were
like
these
just
scones
afternoon.
made today or yesterday?
Made today, as always. I can't remember what I called the company. What was it? Oh, it was like Nepali sweet tea or something. Nepali sweet teas, whatever. I'm just gonna call it that. Nepali sweet teas. Yeah. So, and Nepali sweet teas, they always make their pastries fresh every morning.
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
Even when they're not there.
In fact, yes. In fact, there is such a controversy involving. There was once a controversy in 1993, which caused them to end the practice, where it was thought that Nepali sweet tea would have live cows in the back of their shops so that they could milk them for the freshest milk possible.
The fuck?
Fascinating.
Just a big controversy, which took a real hit to the company, which is why you mostly don't see them outside of the eastern side of the United States now.
For perfect freshness, they would sometimes even eat the cows out.
Oh god.
Well, you see,
Yeah, it was like right after the rumor
when you
started.
frage! Exclamation point.
Yeah, like right after the controversy, they opened up a new line of hamburger joints.
Anyway.
So yeah, just a couple of fresh scones. Yeah.
Murdoch's just gonna pour some tea.
Edward's looking at you thinking, what the fuck have we gone to with this small ass theft?
Petty theft.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Allison like
Please, Ed.
notices your look and just shrugs. Like, if we're going to die today, we might as well die on a full stomach.
Yeah, Jacqueline smiles grimly, you know, and then you know, looking down and sighing before saying to all of you, you know, it's kind of nice that we're having this calm moment, just one last experience together, just in case none of us make it, you know?
Allison nods and then actually holds up a hand. Actually, all of you sit over there by the table.
Mm. Oh,
Sure.
everyone sit there.
Yeah.
She
So,
pulls
Yeah.
out her old camera, the one that she actually used earlier to take the photographs of all the dead bodies when she first arrived, and sets a little timer, and then heads over to join you. I guess one last picture of the whole group sitting together.
Madison sits in a chair with Edward kneeling in front of her,
Oh my god, this is so fucking adorable.
like, you know, on one knee. And
Yeah.
right before the picture is taken, Madison yanks on his hair. but like out of the side of the camera, so she's sitting there smiling, and he's like falling backwards.
Yes!
Pain look on his face.
I love it. Oh.
So yeah, after that picture, Allison goes, takes it, pulls it out, and like very, very carefully, like places it in a metal case and tucks it into her breast pocket, like in the pocket of her jacket, and says, "Listen, if I don't make it, just whoever lives, take this from me and hold on to it."
Yeah, Buck, you know, swishes around the, you know, his drink and kind of smiles.
All right, well, it's been a pleasure, everyone. Let's go finish this.
kick some ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Murdoch
Yeah.
takes all the money out of his wallet and leaves it on the counter. It's like, I probably won't be using it after today anyway.
Edward swipes his card now.
Yeah. Buck says to him, I don't think they're coming back. But
If they do.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love the idea that after this whole thing, even if you're not around, people will come back, or like the FBI will get there. They'll test and it'll be like, he's been here.
God. Yeah, so we
They also find cocaine. They'll be like, he's involved in.
The cocaine
Drugs.
cartel.
Yeah, because as we all know, all dollar bills in the U.S. have at least some traces of cocaine on them.
oh my god, I gotta start snorting a bunch of dollar bills.
It takes a lot of dollar bills to
I'm
get
gonna
you high.
start snorting a lot of dollar bills. No,
God damn
Just
it.
convert all of your bank account into $1 bills and just.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
so yeah, so head out to the
Everyone
car.
knows what you're gonna do is turn them into pennies, then turn them
Oh,
into
God.
molten lava and snort that.
Oh, God. All right. So anyway, yeah,
Anyway.
get like heading over to the car, sipping on coffee, getting ready to die. Let's go.
Yeah, turn on the radio, and the song "We're on the highway to hell."
Yeah. Fucking AC/DC send us off. Vroom.
Yeah, that itself gives Edward a smile and a boost of confidence.
Yeah, on their way to hell, they're singing. Everyone in the car is singing along to this. Oh boy,
Oh boy.
I love it. Yeah, and after a quick 5 minutes, the song ending, about a minute before you arrive, you pull up to the town hall. And the large, oddly shaped building is very obviously a sort of monument to the history of Quad City. Each quarter of the building looks kind of like it was an entirely different building that they combined together.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, Alice is going to, draw her clubs and lead the way into the building.
Hmm.
She's not messing around no more.
Yeah.
Edward just grabs some screws of the car.
You just unscrewed the car.
Yeah, he just takes some of the bolts from one of the tires. Fun.
We don't want
What
no
a
getaway vehicles, of course.
Yeah, can't escape. Barely.
Eh,
Well, I mean, they do
yeah,
have just
fair.
the caps that you can get off of, the bolt coverings.
yeah, considering that, yeah, he might not. Was just
Yeah, it's
trying
like,
to
all
think of-
right, I guess I might not just slash all the tires on our only vehicle.
How about this? You find a mailbox and you unscrew all of the fucking
Yeah, let's go with
screws
that.
from it.
Yeah.
Mail just falls all over the fucking place while you have just a bunch of screws now.
Yeah,
There you go.
Could just grab
No,
the
I'll be-
ambulance
I'll
and
be-
the cash drawer.
We'll say that's 13 screws. It was missing one because you see a band. It's a Iaki brand. It's a Norwegian furniture company.
oh god.
And I'll have a summoned axe too, because going in for
Mhm.
guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
head to the library and look for Mary Shelley.
Yeah, so you enter the building. It's a very large building in terms of height. However, there aren't any. There isn't a second floor in the lobby area. It's kind
It's
of a
just
lot
up.
smaller than it should be. Yeah, it's kind of just a lobby that's very tall, a giant rectangle. There's the entire top of the section here is almost entirely windows with the sun shining down from above. The light sort of passing through the chandelier. Kind of like a large ominous shadow just peering over all of you while you make your way towards the library.
Mhm.
Yeah.
After
Ooh,
getting to the library, Ed will just kind of walk around the counter and just plug in the details of Frankenstein that he knows into the computer to see where it's located.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's Mary Kelly?
Mary Shelley.
Shelley.
Mary Shelley. That's what I was thinking, but then I doubted myself. I shouldn't have doubted myself.
Never doubt yourself. You
Never
always
doubt
know.
yourself.
Never doubt myself. I'm the best. Everyone follow your dreams, even if they're horrible, monstrous ones. Don't do anything illegal. But
Please.
especially you kids, the 0.3% of you watching.
Crazy psychopaths.
Anyway,
let's keep going.
Yeah. Regardless, so you pump in the thing, get the author's name again, even though you wrote it down before.
well, like,
Yeah.
don't they have like location things? I don't know. I'm not sure
Yeah.
how this is. Yeah,
They do
that's
tell you where it is, yeah. And you go into the section. It's not listed in the proper section. It's weird because this one's listed non-fiction when it should be fiction. Which, God, who the heck was organizing this before they were told to evacuate the city? God.
Does Edward have an understanding of the Dewey Decimal System?
I myself don't, so probably not.
Ooh.
Please roll for Dewey Decimal System.
Yes, do it. Knowledge Dewey Decimal System.
Is that like a library organization?
Library
system?
use to skill.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the way that most libraries organize their books.
Yeah, it's pretty much the industry standard, which I
Yeah.
know that's weird to say, oh, there's a library industry standard. But it's a thing.
Would you say investigation would help in that?
No.
Clearly
No.
I never watched Arthur.
Yeah, they had an episode on it, didn't they?
Yeah, and an entire song about the Dewey Decimal System.
All right. In Dumbledore, is there actually a library skill that you want me to use?
What? It
I
doesn't.
rolled a-
Just
Whatever.
roll knowledge skill.
All right. I rolled a 4, and I have 4 intelligence, and I don't have like a special skill for library use or anything.
Okay.
That's gonna be a difficult one then.
What was your total again?
8.
Oh. You're there for a while. It's a reprise of the old scene where he looks at the window and then looks at the thing again. He looks at the fiction section and then he looks at the counter, the computer monitor with the number on it for where it's
I
at,
can never
and then he
roll
looks
again.
back again.
I like the idea he's doing this. The rest of us all just walk over to the correct section to look for Mary Shelley.
Yeah, and then after like several minutes, they don't even tell him, but eventually he finds it. And then he's like, "Ha!
I figured
did
it
it."
out. We're just there, like looking over, the copy of Frankenstein for clues.
Yeah."
But yeah,
I can never roll a good check to not embarrass myself. Fucking hell.
No, it's fine.
so like considering that this is when this is happening in like the early 90s or late 90s.
It's the late 90s.
Yeah. We probably all have Dewey Decimal experience. So it's
Probably
like,
has, and I'm just being ignorant of the system.
well,
Oh,
like,
it's that system.
Just a number system. It's,
yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
But this is like the era where a lot of libraries got their first computers that did it for you as well. So like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Whoever organized this was really shitty at organizing it. Especially
He was
without-
looking in the correct section.
do we have
where
a
is-
conspiracy theorist for a librarian? By the
No,
way,
he spelled Mary Kelly instead of Mary Shelley,
Oh God.
and she's the one that wrote the Frankenstein erotica,
Oh God.
like
Oh.
the adult novel. Yeah.
Oh god.
Frankenstiffy.
Anyway.
gives the name Frankenweenie a whole new name.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
God damn it. The plot is that Dr. Frankenstein, a woman who a lonely woman up in the mountains, decides to build herself a lover
Yeah.
because of how lonely she is.
Mhm.
God, it's,
Anyway.
Yeah. There's, from where that story goes, from there is basically all pornographic. So,
Yeah.
moving swiftly along.
hey, now I know what to do for my like yearly
Upcoming
fan
erotic
fiction that we
history.
no the fan fiction that we
Oh
read
God,
on the
yes,
fan
that's right, yeah.
every year. But anyway, so you you basically you find the seam, and after you let Edward grab the book because you don't want to take his personal victory away from him. He pulls the book out, and you suddenly hear a weird click, like weird click noises before the sound of, in every movie, stone and rock moving, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And nothing seems changed within the library.
Had to be somewhere.
Let's try behind the bookshelves.
So you're just gonna knock down bookshelves now?
Yeah, might as well.
We don't fucking care anymore.
Like Allison and Buck,
Yeah.
team together, just fucking push over a bunch of bookshelves and
Pry
all
them
of you
off
are
the
kicking
walls.
around, and then you find
What are the books made out of, primarily? Like
Paper.
covers?
Oh, the covers? They're made out of...
Are they
it varies from... No, not all of them are leather.
Mm-hmm.
Edward, some of them are leather.
What
Do you recall
about-
the instructions we were given previously?
Oh no.
But I don't have a lighter.
Figure something out.
Murdoch, do you smoke?
No, everyone's going along with this.
I mean, I carry a lighter.
Okay, that's good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, this town's going to hell anyway. We might as well burn the library down.
Jacqueline, while smoking...
Why would we burn the library down?
Well, I mean, mostly because we are going to use it to solve the puzzle initially, but then I realized, well, Vane's hiding out in the library. If we set the whole place on fire, he's likely to die of smoke inhalation, and or be forced to flee the building, and we'd have an easier time killing him there.
Ugh, burning books.
I know it's a bit dystopic sounding, but I mean, old-fashioned Nordic, hull burnings were a pretty effective stratagem for dealing with one's enemies when they were in an entrenched position.
One more terrorist attack to solve the problem.
It's not like we haven't already, caused a significant number already.
Oh,
There. Well, and then Buck's like, well, we already knocked over all the bookshelves, so might as well get burning.
All right. Save any books that look old and valuable. We don't want to destroy anything irreplaceable. The rest of it's mostly just pulpy nonsense. Anyway.
Oh, what if they're the ones that we're looking for?
No, fair enough. I guess we just burn it all. Oh well.
Wait, we can't just burn the entire fucking library.
I've seen war.
Yeah, this library is full of paper. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to pretty easily.
But the essence of it, just doesn't that feel wrong?
Yeah, absolutely it feels wrong, but so does dying. And, chances are we're going to be doing both today, so I figured might as well get down to doing the first, because it means the chance of the latter happening is slightly lower.
well, you're not
Is it like
wrong.
an upstairs area to the library?
I said there's no second floor.
No, okay, sorry. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Is there a carpet?
Yes.
Can we rip up the carpet?
I guess.
Click and drag, zombie.
Yeah.
Click and drag. Oh, that's a reference that I don't get. Ha.
Okay.
So- Funny joke. Anyway,
Keep
we
moving, we're trying to drag it, Edward.
Yeah, we're trying to rip up the carpet, knock all the books down, create a pile.
burn the entire place, and then
Set it on fire.
Oh, I'm not. This is definitely outside my comfort zone, but
Normally, yes. By the way, here's some red armbands. As I was about to read this.
So I rip up the carpet in front of the Mary Shelley books.
The carpet from the Mary Shelley books aren't all the same material.
Okay.
One of them is, the standard carpet material, but another one is a weird material that kind of is more of like a leathery, like a faux leather texture to it. Yeah.
All right, then.
All right.
Let's.
So you keep tearing it up, and you see that it actually goes on this weird path within the library. And upon moving away the bookshelves, you're just fucking knocked over for no reason.
Hey, for
you
very,
keep
very
tearing
obvious
it up.
reason.
Yeah, you keep tearing it up until you reach the main room that you were in before. The one with the chandelier, and you do notice that the shadow of the chandelier actually is overarching this weird, large, circular shape on the floor, made of the specific carpet that was in the library.
Let's bust it up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. So you continue tearing up the carpet
No.
until you find yourself revealing a weird hole, which obviously, based off of the stone moving, you imagine only opened up after you move the book. Yeah. Yeah. So now there's a giant, large ring that's sort of like a downwards spiral staircase into what you don't know.
We could lock that. If we could lock that and then fill it with smoke by putting the fire over it, we could absolutely just suffocate this guy.
You're not wrong. If he's even in there.
What if
That's
there's
all
a second entrance?
Well, he'd be smoked out anyway. But fuck it. Let's go down there and check. If there's a second entrance, we can always just retreat back here and then burn him to
Start
death.
burning.
Well, we could also, check and see if there's a second door by walking around the building first.
Well,
It
we have no
says
idea
that
when
it's
the
in the
second set would
building.
come out. Yeah, let's go in here. Let's check the inside. If it's just a bunker and he's in there, we can always, roast him alive in his den. And if not, we'll found him.
I don't know why, but I imagined roasting in the other way you be like, boy.
Dude, this guy's a dick.
Look at your shoes. What is this shit?
Look at your hair.
You look like you just stepped out of the 1950s.
You have a car. It's like you have people that can blow up cars with their fist, but you can't learn how to dress yourself. Anyway,
Your secret base is passworded by the word Frankenstein, which is appropriate because you look like you're made out of several different dicks. Boom!
Anyway, so do you go down the staircase?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rad. So as everyone goes down the staircase, and keep in mind this, the staircase itself is really thin. Only, you have to go single file into there, and even then it's a bit cramped. Yeah. You can't imagine it would be very easy for a lot of people to fit down there.
Turns out Bane is 10 years old as well.
God damn
Little
it,
did you
again.
know, it was I, Madison, your clone. Oh, You had all the dominant genes, and I had all the recessive genes.
Oh,
The ears are
father.
getting a bit hot in here.
Oh, fuck.
God. But you make your way, and it starts to get kind of uncomfortably long of a path downward, until you finally stumble your way into a wider area, which is surprisingly lit. Who was
Electronically or
leading?
by torch?
Who was leading, by the way?
Does anyone
Madison.
specifically want to be leading?
Madison. Madison
Yeah.
said.
Alright.
All right.
I was going to say before you asked as well, I'm leading. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rad. So, Madison, do you kind of stumble into the room out of the oddly cramped stairwell, and there's a similar it's a similar layout to what you remember of a certain other cave system.
No, fuck.
Oh my
There's
god, it
3
is.
branching paths.
It
It's
wasn't a
fair.
10-year-old, it was a 13-year-old.
There's 3 branching paths. One towards the left, one towards the center, and one towards the right.
mm-hmm.
You stumble down there, and you're standing over a platform. There's a stairwell, and while this is no longer made of rock, there is water that's just, sort of pooled in there.
Mm-hmm. Upon noticing this, Madison decides to take a closer look at the walls and see how they've been carved out.
Mm-hmm. The walls look a lot very clean cut. They're clean cut not in a normal way. They're clean cut almost as if someone had stretched, had taken a piece of rock and stretched it like taffy.
Yeah.
Like,
Of
say,
course.
melted maybe? Right.
Or like the lady, the assassin who stretched things.
Yeah, both are options.
Mm-hmm.
What, with miniature black holes? Maybe, I guess. But,
Wait, you stretch things with miniature black hole? Oh.
that stand user
Her
lady.
ability was spaghettification. Yeah.
Well, Madison runs her fingers along the walls and having come to the conclusion that this is Fran, like she runs her fingers along it and holds them up to her face and goes, "Clever girl." I'm gonna take the same route that I took to get to Fran's room.
So you go along the left then.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
guess.
The next person, who is it?
I'll probably be leading the back, so.
Alright.
Back, so.
So
I'll go next.
So
All right,
my heart
yeah.
can deal with this, so I'm gonna play with
So
it.
I'll say like Jacqueline and then Edward go in that way, and just space out the NPCs like that. But yeah. So Jacqueline and Edward come out at the same time in the room. Just barely seeing the tail end of Madison, and also remembering the similar layout of the caves.
Hey Maddie, where are you going? He just starts to follow after her as running off alone is not a good thing.
Immediately just jumps in the pool and
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if she gets to Frankenstein first, she doesn't have a stand.
Oh my god, Frankenstein!
What?
Damn it! Well!
Liquid!
Was my theory right? Oh my god.
Oh my god! What, Master Miller was liquid the whole time! Damn it.
Fucking hell.
Fucking Metal Gear Solid boy. Enough of this bitch. Oh god.
Should have. We see Vane, and it's just like Fran with glasses on.
It's like you see
It was I.
Yeah.
Fran, I brainwashed myself so that I could
It's
actually be on the
it's an
side.
MGS1, just like Fran, takes out like a little pin in her hair and like puts on glasses, like shakes her hair, like haha, it was me. Like it was Vane. Do you recognize me now, Madison?
Okay. To Edward's query, I'm going to say. This is the same path I took to get to Fran's hidden area under the house.
Fran had a hidden area under the house? What?
She's the one that made that cave system.
You can't possibly mean that she and Vane are working together?
I think it's worse than that.
No.
By the way,
Yes.
everyone else is in the fucking
Yeah.
room by this point.
You
Nani?
You mean that Vane and Fran are the same person? I was gonna let you finish that dramatically, but apparently you're not going to.
No, Madison doesn't finish it, and she just continues walking forwards.
My
Grim
God.
determination upon her face.
We've been played like a damn fiddle.
She played this like a damn fiddle!
So you all are gonna go after Madison then?
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
Yeah. All
She
right.
seems to know her way. We don't want to get washed
Yeah.
out again.
Much in an interesting thing, Jacqueline, I would imagine that Allison is using her power to help basically make walking in this deep water a bit quicker.
Yeah.
Like you just see airboat, like the jets from her fucking legs, just kind of pushing in the water. You see, Jacqueline's, anyone who follows after Jacqueline, the water is much warmer while she's walking through it. Insert piss joke, but that's not really what it is. Buck, the water has a bunch of waves next to Buck. It's a lot more rapid. And then Edward doesn't have anything special because
He's
his
just
power-
trudging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because his power has nothing cool like that. It's
Water.
different kinds of cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
You suck, Edward. No.
You
No.
can't do cool things to water.
Allison's actually probably, unless Zombie, you do have a problem with this, Allison's probably actually holding up Fran so that she doesn't, she isn't wading through, neck-deep water.
Madison.
Madison.
Madison, yeah.
Yeah, she's holding up Fran.
Yeah, it's wait a minute. Oh my god.
Pulls Fran out.
Nani? Madison was Fran the whole time.
It's hold on, I've got you up here, Madison. That's not, what are you talking about? I'm down here. Then slowly turn around and Fran holding a fork.
It's like a misshapen fork as it was melted.
Yes.
No, you go in and you see, you go in and it's Madison tied up in the chair, and then you notice everyone, removes their masks, even Edward, and everyone is actually Fran.
Everyone's just someone else.
Yeah, it's someone else, and then you hear Edward run up to Mitch runs up to you and he's like, "You just got punked." No,
God.
My elaborate strategy has succeeded.
God. Yeah, but you much like the last time, Madison, the water progressively gets deeper, except unlike before, where there were organic bacteria things strewn above the above the thing, glowing up below and hanging below. Instead, it seems very synthetic, like different brands of lights sort of looming up from out of the water beneath you.
Right. What color?
Oh man.
What color? Oh, they're just a bunch of different colors.
Okay. Well, continue forward, I suppose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm picturing Christmas lights.
There are some Christmas lights. No,
Christmas lights.
it is December after all. You get those in bulk for real cheap.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So yeah.
Yeah.
Waiting.
Yeah. They're never. Yeah, and eventually you get to the point where you have to swim because it's just so deep. Where if you were to just touch the bottom, you would just
Yeah, the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So since I've continued to hold up Madison, I'm actually just gonna use my little like leg jets to just sort of like hover through the water, holding her up high. Like,
Oh no, Madison. When it gets too deep, Madison will climb out of your hands and start swimming.
Just start swimming. All right. Right.
Also, when you pick her up, she climbs onto your back instead.
Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah.
Like at the beginning, and then she jumps down when it gets steeper.
Yeah.
I like that. That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. In an interesting thing, you eventually reach just a large dead end.
Huh. That's.
I dive under the water and look under the water.
With it being pretty deep, you do see the lights on the bottom, but you can't really, you don't really know exactly where it stops. Or you can see the bottom. You don't know if there's like any kind of alternate path because it's not like doesn't seem to be structured exactly like Fran's was, where there was an obvious sort of light that guided you there, especially since the light is now coming from below rather than above.
Mm-hmm.
Came from below before. Oh no, right. Well, Madison surfaces and explains the situation to everyone. Looks like there might be a way to get in from down below, but there might be an alternate way to get there down a different path.
Well, let me go down and check. I can get pretty deep and get back pretty easily with my stand.
Madison nod.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to be doing this. Hold on. She unbuttons her coat and hands it to Jacqueline, and then dives down as deep as she can go.
All right, roll me swimming.
I'm mostly just using my stand for this. Basically, I'm just like jetting around.
Propelling, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. That's fair.
Yeah. Do you want to use?
You could roll swimming plus your stand's attribute. That would work, I guess.
Oh, fair.
Well, the idea is that she's not really.
You're basically guaranteed to succeed on that.
Okay. Yeah. So I like jet down to the bottom, like feel around, try and like find an entrance, and if I don't find anything, I'll just jet right back up again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get to the lights, and they're really bright. You sort of try and feel around to see if there's any kind of switch or anything, and you don't feel anything except for when you touch a light. Then it's pretty hot because they aren't the best. I mean, it's like pool lights.
Right.
Yeah.
But without any protective glass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they kind of have some protective glass, but it's always really hot, especially when it's nighttime or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So you're gonna swim back up?
Yeah, so not finding anything, I'll swim back up.
Mm-hmm.
And as they like break the surface, it's like oh god. I couldn't find anything. It doesn't look like there's a way in from that direction.
Hmm.
Do we just head back?
I think I might have an idea. Let me try. This is Buckethead, by the way.
Yeah.
Well,
In case
Buckethead
you-
Wizard to try.
in case my
Allison
voice
gets her
is terrible.
jacket back.
Yeah. Buckethead just starts knocking on the walls. Like, he kind of just looks silly the way that he's doing it.
Oh, I
not-
know what he's doing.
He's just knocking on the walls. Yeah. And he puts his ear close to the wall while he does so.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. He goes with each one until he sort of like raises his hand. There's something different about this wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, like
Madison swims over.
paddle over to it.
Yeah, yeah. Put your ear against it.
Doing so.
Does so.
And he knocks it, and it's a weird thing because it's almost as if there's like something in it. Like it doesn't feel like it's made of like stone or anything. It just is a weird material feel. Do you know?
Yeah.
You get
Yeah.
that feel like if you put your ear against a couch and someone like hits it, kind of like
Yeah.
insulation in a wall instead of it just being.
I
Hard
asked
sound,
Edward.
yeah.
Edward, is this made of metal? Can you do anything with that?
I touch the wall and try to pull it. If there's anything there.
The wall itself is made of metal, like the surface of it.
And can I feel like hinges or something to pull away?
No,
No.
it's
Well,
a flat wall.
Can you twist
well,
it or bend
can I
it?
just? Yeah. Could I just push the bottom section up to? Is there like a bottom section, or is that under the water as well, or is it?
Well, you can quickly dive under it,
Yeah.
underwater, and check the wall.
All right, I'll dive under and feel the wall.
Yeah, you start feeling the wall, and you know the similar thing that Madison did. The weird stretch grooves. One of them feels kind of oddly steep compared to the rest of the wall.
All right, it will. No, words. He will feel it and like. I believe it's like a switch, so he just tries to pull it or something. Is that what
Mhm.
happened? I don't remember. Yeah. Eh.
Yeah. You pull on it. Hey guys, this is kind of like a reprise of the Fran thing of getting into her base.
Oh, yes, indeed, it is.
Isn't that
Yeah.
funny? Yeah, where
We
you
already established that.
no, yes, but with the button thing.
This is another similarity.
Yeah, you you feel a sort of thing, and you pull on it, and it sort of slides with a bit of resistance. It slides towards you, and then you hear a loud noise before dead silence fills up the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So Edward will submerge, thinking that the door is open in some way.
Mm-hmm. All that happens and you're submerged. Roll me a what is it? Perception check, all of y'all.
All right. By the way, just for the record, how cold is it?
It's not super cold, especially with Jacqueline there.
Okay.
Sort of warming up the water a bit.
15.
Okay.
5, 6,
Oh.
8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah,
11.
Jacqueline did fucking horrible on that roll.
25.
Oh,
What?
oh boy! Oh boy, lucky 10.
25?
Did you roll?
I rolled. It's 10 plus 10, and then I rolled a 10. So I rolled a 10 plus 10, and then rolled another 10. So
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh boy, lucky
That's-
Ted.
Oh boy.
Just wow.
my third roll was a
Nothing
1
gets
though.
better than that.
Still,
Just wow.
I thought my 15 was pretty good. Fuck
Yeah,
me.
Madison, all of y'all. Edward, you're still underwater. You hear it a bit in an odd thing, but you can hear it. You hear from inside the walls like a weird sort of almost booming noise. Kind
They're
of all
playing
around.
rock music.
Fucking rock
Still
music
shotgun.
Devil's Pet.
What?
Fucking
shotgun.
rock and roll Devil's Pet.
It's a shotgun?
Yeah.
Is what you say?
Yeah.
Close enough. So you know the entrance that you came into here, right? That part. Suddenly the wall stretches down over onto the thing, like slides over it and seals the entrance back. Before suddenly and you didn't notice this until before, but the entire this entire section of the corridor, you apparently didn't look up enough, and it's actually a lot taller than the rest of the hallway, the hall sort of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now that the entrance is sort of sealed, from up above, directly above, water starts pouring on your guys' heads.
Alright, can we see where it's coming from?
Above
Yes,
The
but like
ceiling.
a hole
the ceiling.
in the ceiling,
Yes.
that kind of thing. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna fire an arrow into it.
With the intention of what?
Essentially, I want to have it turn into a grapple and see where it. So essentially, I'm trying to make it a grappling rope.
Okay. All right. Roll me. Since it's a bit tall, roll me.
Okay. 17 on the shot
Mm-hmm.
and a 9 on the randomizer.
Oh wow, a 9. All right. So, what it ended up being is, those hanging ladders that you find on helicopters, right?
Right.
So the arrow launches and it wedges itself into the ceiling. You can't really see where since it's a bit dark, but from after like half a second, the ladder from one of the helicopter things just sort of plops down on top of all y'all while the water's still pouring.
Fantastic.
And I'm gonna start climbing to see what I can find.
Yes. Oh man, this is gonna be the long climb. Oh, cue the theme to Snake Eater. What a thrill in darkness and
silence through the night.
So what options do we have? We can either go up the ladder, or we can go down.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thing that Winter just opened.
Yeah.
Right.
You can go up or down. Think about it.
Well, down's proven to be entirely unhelpful so far, so might as well go up.
Okay.
Right,
Madison
there.
will go down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, the little kid's going down. I'm not going to abandon her, so going down, I guess.
I guess I'm gonna
Buck's
go
going
down.
Buck's going
Yeah.
up, but Jacqueline's going down.
You should go up with the others, Edward.
Alright. I'm not a great swimmer, so I don't have any.
Yeah, let's split the party into one half. That'll make it easier.
Nice, easy split rather than
Yeah,
like
weirdly. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
So what do I find once I reach the hole?
Well, other than a lot of water, you do see that that next to you, the part that that had fallen down to seal the entrance below opened up a little what looks to be nook on it, which, if you were Madison, would notice that it's sort of a nook similar to the one that goes downward in Fran's cave.
It's all up now.
So it's as if the entire thing was flipped upside down. Yes.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there a way? Is the hole big enough for me to squeeze into it?
Yes. It is not a tiny hole. It is it's big enough for like a doorway, basically.
All right. Then I'm gonna keep going up
Yeah.
as far as I can go.
Yeah. What do you mean, as far as you can go?
Like I'm gonna try to squeeze through the door hole.
Oh no! The door. Wait, the door hole is like on the side of the thing. You don't go into the water. You don't climb up the hole that the water is coming out.
All right, then I'll try to hit that door then.
Mm-hmm. You can the thing that has the little whatever. It's like an indent in the wall. No, it's like a person-sized indent in the wall that's big enough for several people to stand on. So you could stand on that rather than just continuously get drenched in water and push on it.
Yeah.
Buck yells from above, "We found a door!"
We don't hear them from the bottom of the water.
Yeah. From deep underwater.
Edward climbs up and stands with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
And he'll take a screw and he'll flick it up against a wall to create a noise that goes down into the water. So you kind of like.
Oh yeah, right. So you drop it.
Yeah, I drop
The screw in the water.
Okay, you
and
drop
with my
the screw.
25 perception roll, Medicine notices it.
Yeah. God damn it, yeah. You notice it. You even notice the brand. Then it's even the wrong screw size for EAC.
For what it was from.
EAC. Yeah, from EAC brand furniture.
Alright, so
they don't even use those types of screws.
Disgusting.
So
Yeah.
we'll swim up and join them on the ladder and go up to the room.
Yeah. So
Medicine continues downwards.
No, you don't.
There's stuff down here.
There isn't stuff down there. So let's move it along.
let me tell you. Okay, you rolled a 25, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing down there.
Okay, I head up.
Yeah. So with some pushing, like 5 of you pushing, basically, like most of you pushing on the door, it eventually gives way, and you make your way into what appears to be a lot more comfortable. Madison, it kind of reminds you of Fran's place, except this is a lot more like fanciful than that. It's like a lot more fancy than it was there. You know, there's like actual there's wood floors. There's a fireplace, like a gas fireplace, not an actual wood fireplace. It's kind of like a bachelor pad almost. A really nice ass apartment. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I imagine you reclose the door so that you don't
drown. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that we don't flood multiple rooms.
Yeah, that would probably suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
God, I want to say something, but I can't because Medicine wouldn't say it.
no, out of character. We'll
Say it out of character.
It's like somewhere a sander would live.
Oh.
Oh God.
You. God.
Yeah.
No, but this like a really nice apartment, and you're kind of in the living room kind of area to it.
So yeah, Alison sort of steps over to the side, and like you can't actually see it, but like all over her body, like little flowers just open up and start air drying the shit out of her clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Like
it
a
would
dog.
be like horrific looking if you actually could like see like how much of her skin is suddenly just covered in these weird fucking flowers. But
She's like a dog.
she's like a weird plant like she looks like a fucking weird plant monster under her jacket at this moment. But
Are you saying that she's a plant form of the Yeti from Doctor Who?
yes, basically. But yeah, she's wearing like multiple layers, partly to help hide that fact, and air dries the shit out of herself, and then it's like, all right.
I get an uneasy feeling from here.
Thank you,
So
Fallout.
do
Oh,
Edward gives a nod before crouching down and trying to peer into the next room through the door handle lock.
I put a
Right.
hand on Madison's shoulder and ask, "Are you ready for what is to come?"
Since the day I arrived in this damn city.
I know that feeling. All right, kid. Let's blow this thing and go home.
I would decide to not burn it. We're taking a long ass time in the worst water. Anyway.
yeah.
So, looking through the lock, if there is one, to the next room, if there is a next room.
You look through the lock, and it seems there's another sort of like hallway sort of thing, like in a house. One is an ominous stairwell that leads down into the void, and then the other one leads towards what appears to probably be, like bedrooms, something like that.
Edward goes back and explains the two different doors and what
What's a
lies beyond
door?
them.
Oh,
The door.
It's just one door, and then
And then it branches off.
and then it leads into a small like room area that branches off. Yeah.
So he
sort of like a
explains
split.
that quickly.
Thank you for the concept of what doors are. All right, well let's go and take care of this thing.
All right.
Pops open the
To the-
lock and
yeah.
Can you give me a bit more of a description about the fireplace?
It's a gas fireplace,
Mm-hmm.
surrounded by a nice reddish tinged stone.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
But is it
Is
connected
the-
to like a removable propane tank type thing, or is it connected
No.
to the gas?
it's like what gas? What do you mean gaslight?
like the pipes. That
I don't-
take
I
gas
don't-
between houses. I don't know.
I don't know. Do you not know? Have you never had a gas fireplace before?
No,
Oh.
we don't have fireplaces in Australia.
Oh yeah. You just make bonfires if you need any heat. No,
Barbecue.
it's hard to describe. It's like a fireplace, like a normal fireplace, except there's a little thing that comes from the bottom, kind of like your stove, and then that's where the fire comes from.
Right, but that's connected to the gas that is supplied to the house.
Yes.
Right, so it's on the gas line.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. I was thinking to myself, maybe I shouldn't make a gas fireplace.
But then you did it anyway, you
But
fool.
then I was like, whatever. They'll kill themselves if they want. But yeah. So you pop open the door while Madison's looking at fireplaces, I guess, briefly. And it's exactly how Edward saw through the keyhole. It's just a room with, just a hallway that leads to what you can assume is bedrooms or some other rooms, and then a dark, ominous hallway, or dark, ominous stairwell downwards.
You guys see if he's sleeping and getting.
Just kill the boss while he's asleep.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to the finale. Thank you everyone. That was the finale of Major 2. I hope you liked the part where Edward suffocated suffocated a baby to death, who was actually the final boss, a baby.
Boss baby. Alright, I'll roll stealth and try and sneak around and try and locate this boss.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah.
That is a. Gotta hate this dice. It's so hard to read. 9 plus.
Oh wow, that's a good one.
16. Nice.
Solid.
Yeah, it's really good. I rolled a 9, so yeah, I got 16. Well,
How do you put out a gas fire?
You just turn it off.
You just turn it off.
Okay. I'll turn off the gas fire.
and then turn on the gas.
Turn on the gas and let it flood into. And then
Just turn on the gas and then blow everyone up while they're inside.
No, just turn off the gas to.
All right. So what's everyone's rolls? Everyone's rolls for stealth.
16.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I was gonna roll stealth.
17.
Mm-hmm.
9.
15.
Everyone else is just really stealthy, and then there's just Ed, who's like passing.
Oh, don't worry. The NPCs had gone. The GMPCs also rolled 9s. Don't worry.
Alright.
So we got 3 loud ass motherfuckers in the back. Who's just barely being like silent. Well,
The water-
The rest of you are like fucking.
The water is causing his boots to
Special.
squeak or some shit.
Oh God, his blue suede shoes are like squeaking like in that one
Yeah.
episode of SpongeBob. I love how that got a giggle out of someone. Yeah. All right. So you're gonna. Where are you going? Which path?
Well, alright. Ed, were you checking the bedroom?
That was kind of a joke.
Oh, well then I'll check the bedroom. Because I'd say that is realistically at least a relatively decent chance that it's that way.
All right.
I will also check bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're all going fucking bedroom.
You
was the other way?
Clear.
What? The other way is down the ominous stairwell.
Okay. Well, we can
Let's
always go back. We'll go in
Yeah.
the bedroom, and then we can go down the stairwell later.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if we go down the stairwell, then if someone's in the bedroom, they'll come out behind us.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the. I'm gonna keep an eye on the stairwell while they go into the room,
Rad.
Yeah.
So
so that we can't be snuck up on that way.
Strategization.
True. So, like a bunch of you just go into the bedrooms there. One of them is a bathroom.
Yeah.
It's a half bathroom. Someone's not fucking showering in this secret underground lair. Like a
Because they have
dumbass.
the giant they have that giant fucking water trap, so probably just using that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
search the area. If I don't find anything, I'll be continuing by like moving out and going in the other direction.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You find a bathroom. I'm just going to describe each of the rooms that are in there. There are 4.
Okay.
Right. So one of them is the half bath. Some, again, really gross how someone's not showering there, but whatever. The second one is where you find a bedroom that's got no furniture in it. It's just kind of a big cubed room. And instead of what's weird is that it's a window, right? There's a window, roll me an intelligence check, Madison and Edward.
All right.
Actually, no, Edward. Just Edward.
All right.
Yeah.
Because you know Madison will win it.
No. You
That's
asshole.
why. That's why.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If int isn't doubled.
Yeah, since you lived in the household, in the Duhar's household, you recognize that this is very much like the rooms, the bedrooms in that house. You know,
Oh
a
my
small
God.
cubed area, and it has one window, which unlike, it doesn't appear outside by time night. It instead is kind of like a window that has a weird, like, open area behind it with fake grass and a mural. Like, it's kind of just weird, oddly ominous shit.
This is
See that?
creepy. This is sending a shiver down Edward's spine as he goes to what effectively would be his room.
Mm-hmm.
What would be his room, and he's gonna check it out, see if there's anything there.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you notice how you went down from one place, and then you went over
I'm thinking this means there
through a
might be a
tunnel.
library underneath Edward's house.
We're currently just in Ed's house.
You just little did you know the right corridor was the library path. No, just didn't go down it. And none of you will ever know. But yeah. So you go into your room, and that's when it gets really creepy. So it's similar to how there's a window. How there's a window and outside of it there's a weird mural. Except on all the walls, instead of it just being blank. You know the scene from Always Sunny where it's Pepe Sylvia, and he's got all the shit on the walls with red string, all that shit.
Mm-hmm. The
Right?
conspiracy board.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
that.
it's a conspiracy board, except the entire room is a conspiracy board, and all of them has something to do with you see notable pictures with a fuckload of strings going towards them being Alan, and B, and just basically all of your faces and everything. Pictures that seem to be taken without people's knowledge. Just weird ass shit all over the walls. Just as it was written before, there's the writing on the wall that says, blue sky in big bold letters. But unlike everything else, that's the only part of that doesn't have a face to the name.
Holy fuck.
Your little
Is it
friend.
like
Madison was
a
right.
glossy picture, but it's all black?
Yes.
Oh, it's very cool.
You guys, you should come and see this.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, going.
Mm.
I would have followed Edward in the first place anyway. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just-
Oh.
Yeah, take a picture of it.
Just crouches underneath all the fucking string.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just click.
This is the
Quick.
spider stand, Neil.
Is it now?
Snapping all the Polaroids of this room.
I thought he was paranoid from this book. I didn't know it went this fucking far.
You seem to be having trouble figuring out who is responsible for all of this. Vane. You
Yes,
really
I
think that
know.
Vane is just some man?
No, of course not.
I mean, were
Murdoch
you
follow,
implying
or
it?
is- Oh.
Yeah. Are you implying that it's more than one person?
I'm implying that it's no man at all.
Well, I mean, somebody.
It was a
ordered Spider.
13-year-old girl. No,
And Vane might
I
be
mean-
someone entirely different than we've all expected. Look at Madison. This all has according to our little friend, this all has the fingerprints of one who has been keeping track on all of us for a very long time. Click, 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 click.
Fair. Though I thought we had some information on him. Like,
Very little.
Oh yeah, he was married, wasn't he?
You knew that. You know that he was married. He had a kid, and you ended up resulting in the death of that kid by having Perez track you both down
And my mother.
murder both
And
of
the
them.
mother.
Yes. Yeah. The mother of the kid and the kid died
Yeah.
because of Perez.
If there is an
Which Vane called the death of.
the individual
Yeah.
that we have been tracking, who we consider to be Vane, may in fact be more than one individual, or a front for another individual altogether.
this is possible. But,
I mean, he knows
just gonna-
too much and for different locations.
What sort of things
All
are
of-
linked to Blue Sky?
Well, you see your own picture.
Mm-hmm.
You see, you see, links to Blue Sky aren't red strings; they're blue strings.
Oh yeah.
And the people that you actually see is Madison, and you
My
even
brother.
see your brother in here. Yeah, Madison, your brother. You see a picture of Murdoch and Jacqueline and Buck, and basically everyone that had gone missing in that high school are basically all linked back to Blue Sky. Two notable words that you see in regards to like a little sticky note sort of thing that hangs off of some of the strings coming from the high school students. And hanging and then
Madison,
and
Madison
then
will take the one that says Blue Oyster Project and pocket it, and also take the picture of her and her brother.
Mhm.
Yeah, I tapped the wall where Madison's removing the thing. Murdoch, I think we found your missing memories. Jacqueline, yours too.
Mhm.
And all of the missing kids.
Is Perez on there?
Yes. Well, she's not connected to the project, surprisingly enough. But there is one string that doesn't have a label, at least not of the other names, and it's actually a thicker string than the rest of the blue ones. And it goes directly up towards the ceiling.
I follow it up to the ceiling.
Yeah. Rather than one specific.
Oh my god, it's like more pictures covering the ceiling.
Yes. Rather
Oh my
than
God.
one specific picture, you see basically other pictures of pretty much everyone else that you see on there, piled together, like sliced up into pieces and piled together in a giant mass with the big bold words on it, Frankenstein. And attached to it is the label saying Frankenstein Project.
A gestalt creature containing the memories of a dozen high school students spanning several decades. Modern day Frankenstein's monster.
Edward is visibly shaking from just utter. Like he felt like he never had privacy at any time in his life, and that thought just horrifies him. That there is so much greater than him that he does not even comprehend yet.
I'm going to look to see if there's any conspicuous absences from the photographs.
Yes, quite a lot. In fact, some photographs with next to what seems to be the Brazilian man that you saw in Vane's apartment, like the a partial Brazilian blonde man that that Jacqueline would tell you is Vane himself, is in many photos where they're sort of taken in a way that they would normally feature another person, except he's just alone in them.
Vane's a front.
Mm-hmm.
I punched the wall. This has all been a goddamn setup.
Well, usually a setup also ends in a trap, correct?
Funny enough,
Yeah,
you know how I've been tapping my
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
Knuckles this
freaking
whole
me
time.
out.
You hear that coming from outside of the hallway, outside of the room.
So, did Murdoch come into the room to look at the stuff?
Yes, everyone's in the room right now, and nobody is watching the stairwell that Murdoch had previously been keeping an eye on.
True. So
Yeah.
I'm going to be oh, how should I deal with this? Firing
Yeah. Actually, hold on.
firing a essentially one of those arrows that essentially turns into bondage out in by I'm gonna be ricocheting one of my arrows off of the door jamb and back down towards the stairwell.
That's not how the hallway is structured.
Hmm.
You'd have to ricochet it multiple times to get to the stairwell.
Madison sees
God
Murdoch
damn.
holding his bow and trying to think up some ideas. And Madison says, "What about a flashbang?"
That works.
Alison
Just right out into the hall.
Yeah, he takes a fistful of pages off the thing. Vane. Blue skies. The Mafia. All of it. All of it was a setup. All of it was a trap. All of it was misdirection, smoke and mirrors. These motherfuckers played us like a goddamn fiddle.
Yeah.
And time.
Roll me your flashbang, please. All right.
For the randomization.
Yeah.
It's a 7.
Yeah.
To hit is 22.
Okay, so rather than a flashbang, it's going to turn into flash powder, like you'd get from old movie cameras in order to get the flash effect. You just cause an explosion with flash powder.
Yeah.
That'd still be blinding. So you look
Yeah.
at it.
It would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's less temporary than flashbangs, actually.
Yeah, true, but
It's
better than
so surprising.
better than nothing.
It is better than nothing.
Madison starts recording
First
down
for-
details of this conspiracy theory stuff in a journal.
Yes, you do see, lines going towards the order, obviously, on one of the walls. Basically, like, you have the mafia listed. The major names that you should keep in mind is obviously, the giant Frankenstein in the ceiling, but Blue Sky.
Yeah,
the Order
Blue
and
Oyster
Osborne.
and
Yeah, so quick question,
Frankenstein.
Balil.
Yeah.
When I asked before about conspicuous absences, I wasn't just talking about like torn up photos. I was also specifically asking, is there anyone we know who should be on this wall but isn't? Fran, for instance.
I'm not answering that.
You can. I specifically looked for that.
No,
You have
yeah.
to tell me that. I was specifically looking for it.
You see a picture of her, except it's a school photo rather than a.
Yeah, god damn it, she's the fucking villain.
Fucking hell.
I also take Blue Sky's photo, even though it's black.
Mm-hmm. You take even though it's a black photo.
So I assume the walking has stopped with the flash powder.
Yes.
Alright,
Just-
time to go. I grab Jacqueline, Madison, and start pushing and push running them toward out the door.
Mm-hmm.
And Edward will follow after.
Yeah. I'll leave as well. Actually, I'm gonna take my section and run. And put it into my pocket before leaving.
You just fucking start ripping papers and photos off of walls and just folding them together and just stuffing them in your pockets.
Yeah.
Well, no, I assume that I have a specific since I'm on the wall, I'm on obviously everything that's right under right about me, so I'm taking just that.
So as we're
Okay.
running, I basically explain like Fran's picture is any sort of picture of Fran has been removed from is not appeared except for the school photograph. All of this is in the same style as the basic "you found Madison." I'm afraid your original suspicion was correct, and that your friend has been using Vane as a cover for her own sinister motives.
I mean, it makes a little bit of sense, but it's still weird as hell.
It's weird as hell.
You're,
but-
Weird.
okay, I'm the
The
GM.
most improbable thing
You think
is...
you're going to get a coherent campaign?
Actually, it makes total sense. She has been constantly watching, constantly knowing more than she should. Her powers have constantly been on display, despite the fact that she seems always to have an excuse to never be around when we're in actual danger. This entire time, she has seemed to have a third sense for these things. And she's always, just managed to, keep us away from anything particularly important, while
suspected it from the
monitoring the
start.
entire situation.
That is.
I mean, except for the school.
Even in the school, why would it be why would it be that school? Because that's where she had easy access to. She's been,
I meant when she was getting
yeah.
chased down by your first character.
Well, yes, but that was, she wasn't in control of that psychopath.
I love how you
who-
I like how it took you a sentence or two before you switched out of Allison's voice when talking.
God, oh boy, I fucking figured this out. Fuck, it all makes sense suddenly.
Yeah. So yeah, Flash. After I take this stuff, I'm gonna come out with my bow drawn again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's still silent except for the fucking 7 people exiting the room.
This room.
Yeah,
At
and
once.
running for the way we came in.
Yeah.
You mean the way that leads to water?
Yes,
I mean,
because we can jump
Probably
down
safer
that
than
into
the
the water safely.
Just make sure you're not going down the stairwell.
That's the direction Frankenstein is.
Oh, I'm going after Frankenstein.
Oh, okay. So you suddenly turn and start running down the stairwell while wait, no, Madison.
yeah, no, we're we're doing this, I guess.
What sort of stairwell is it? Is it like a circular stairwell, or is it side by side? Isn't it?
What do you mean side by side?
Like,
It's just straight
oh,
down.
okay. Like, I meant, like, is it like, does it go down, have like a platform, and then go down like another flight? You know? No.
Oh, I get what you mean.
No, but if it's just straight, that's fine. I'll just.
It's just straight, like a really long.
I was gonna jump down if it was like that.
Is there a railing to
Well,
this
as you
staircase, or is
run
it
that-
just stairs?
Like, I was like, oh fuck!
It's just
The assassination of Vane's wife and daughter made no sense at the time. It seemed like he was just arbitrarily killing them for no other reason than they were there. But now it makes perfect sense. The only people who could possibly unmask, the deception and realize that it wasn't actually Vane had to be killed. It's like, God, she's devious.
Edward is running down the stairs at this point.
You're a bit slow on the draw, aren't you, Allison?
I'm sorry, I didn't expect a 13-year-old girl to be responsible for all this.
Especially stealing memories from a decade ago.
I imagine she's working with someone else,
Yeah.
the Medusa project or the Blue Oyster project.
so you're running down the stairwell.
Yeah, we're running down this dream. We're going to follow
Yeah.
wherever it leads.
Yeah, and
Can I,
you
just,
get
can I roll a memory, or just you recall it for me?
Mhm.
Does Fran need to touch something to melt it? Or can she do it without?
It is a touch-based thing. Her stand has to touch it in order to melt things.
Madison's never seen her stand before. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
My
Boy.
God. Metal Gear.
But anyway, as you are all running down the stairs, you basically have to, be a little bit careful because it gets super dark at one point. Until you all sort of until it's sort of, you know how when you go down the stairwell and you expect there to be another step, and so you take a step and then your foot just kind of feels weird, and and that's what happens to you before whoever's leading slams into a door.
So that'd be Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just hear like a metallic bang on the door as she slaps it. Yes, with her
Slow
face.
down, like keep the others from smashing into it as well, and then help Madison back up to her feet.
Edward runs down, rearing back his foot to just kick it down with a stand to help him.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna break your fucking leg if you can't actually kick it down.
Roll me strength. Roll me a strength, bitch. Use your ability to help.
Could Edward just walk through it and like turn into a suit of armor around himself?
I don't think his thing is that strong.
Yeah, it's
Also,
not that strong.
You have to breathe.
Make a mouth hole.
A wearable. Oh, I rolled a fucking 10.
Wow.
Alright,
roll
let's
again.
go.
Roll again. You might end up causing it to fly off his hinges.
5 after that, so that's 0 extra from it. Okay, then a strength of 3 and a stand strength of 3.
It's gonna give it
So
to you.
19.
Damn. Yeah. Fucking Edward just pushes everyone out of the way. Just pushes fucking Buck to the side, Murdoch, Jacqueline and Allison, all that shit. And he just fucking kicks the shit out of this door. And it just fucking you just hear a crash as it flies off its hinges. And then slides. And obviously the smash of the door against the ground echoes within the now very large, poorly lit room that you all see. And this is like a warehouse room. It's like concrete floors and ceiling. And
Actually,
this shit.
I think it's time for Madison to call for her former friend.
Yeah.
No, it's alright. Edward does. He can go through the door first.
Get here now.
You see, in like a weird, almost as if the plot forces to happen, but it's one of those floodlights, like a light that you place on the ground so that you can do construction work at night in your backyard or whatever. It's like that, except it's a large, it's like a large silhouetted figure with a cane that looks to be covered in cloth. Oh no! Shit!
Oh
Zombie, don't die!
no. Oh no.
No gear.
Can your turtle
Okay.
fix the internet?
Zombie turtle, we need you, help.
Zombie turtle, deactivate the effects of zombie sound.
It's good. Oh no! It activated DDoS.
Damn
No,
you,
but,
turtle.
Yes, but anyway, the large shadowed figure of the shadowed figure looks to be hunched over with a cane covered in cloth. It's really hard to. Yeah, but even
God.
so. It's silent.
Yeah.
I'm going
Edward
to
reaches. You.
I'm going to slip into the shadows. Be sneaky.
It's facing you all, by the way. So
Well, I'm still out in like the hallway, so I just like step into the shadows that everyone else is like pushing
Yeah.
through like big heroes.
Is there any
14.
you said it was like a factory.
it's like a
or,
warehouse, like a weird
Warehouse.
warehouse, concrete, like everything on the walls.
Is there any like loose concrete, like a small pebble or anything?
No. It seems to be pretty well kept. Aside from the blood and surgical tools all over the fucking place, but.
I can't remember what
Yeah.
I had in my inventory. I left Neapolitan up by the car.
Oh boy.
Not in the car. Don't leave your children in the car, ladies and gentlemen.
No, well,
Like-
you just this 10-year-old. She thought that it would be really nice because it is winter, so she just turned on the heat on full blast, as you do. Turned on some music. It was called Ring of Fire. That one by John Cash. That's a pretty good song. And then she locks the door with the bird inside.
Fucking hell.
It should be fine, right?
Put a jumper around him. Make sure he's nice and warm.
Wrap him in a blanket and put your hat on him. Oh God. Yeah, but regardless, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the most recent one? The most recent thing?
Edward reaches into his pocket and pulls out a screw. And as he is thinking whether to just shoot this or if this is just another trap, he slowly lets his hand fall. Symbolically, the screw falls down at his feet.
Symbolically, Madison catches it out of the air and throws it at the lamp.
It doesn't make an attempt to dodge, and it's sort of just like it bounces off of the cloth and just hits the ground because it's a 10-year-old throwing a screw.
A super-powered 10-year-old.
Oh really?
No.
Oh yeah, roll me a throw then.
What's that?
Throw skill. There's a throw skill.
There is a third skill.
Is there?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh dear. Can I substitute for athletics?
Yeah, because that's
what
like-
athletics.
Yeah, because that's like
Well-
that covers things like sports and shit.
All right, yeah, sure.
Okay, sweet. Plus, and then plus strength
It was a 30.
or dex?
I think it's a strength.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's since you're throwing it hard and not trying
Total
to.
10.
A total of 10. Okay. There you go. You don't miss. That's good. But yeah. I'll be nice to you. It did 1 damage.
Sweet.
Nice.
Hold on, let me just open up my Connex GM screen, which tells how much HP a pane of glass has.
Oh.
What?
I actually just like to
Wait, you threw it at a pane of glass?
I threw it at the lamp to try and break the lamp.
Oh, you threw it at a lamp? Okay.
Yeah. What did you think I was throwing it at?
I thought you were throwing it at the man. Or like the figure.
Oh, no.
No,
Trying
I want to
play
break
with
the...
Batman this thing.
God. You just throw it at a fucking... Alright. How much health does the fucking pane of glass have?
I don't know, I can't find it now.
Okay, whatever.
I think you can probably break it pretty easily.
Yeah, you break
let
it.
Okay, pane of glass. A window has 1 armor value with 3 to 5 damage capacity.
Okay, yeah, whatever. It's fine. You break it.
You smash
You
it.
break the thing, and then
Darkness.
and then you hear, "So, you've arrived."
Brother.
So, you're observant.
Medicine. Medicine laughs at that.
Allow me to make it easier to see. You hear the tap of the cane, and then lights turn on in the thing. Like the entire concrete place is just flooded, and you see the just completely covered in clothing figure. The only thing that isn't covered in clothing is the hands, and this figure is very tall based off of the way that it's hunched with a cane. The hand looks weird. It sort of reminds you of kind of what Dion has, you know, in the reality place, where it doesn't look human. Yeah.
It's a little creepy.
It's a little zombie.
Gaze upon my visage.
Gaze upon my work, ye mighty in
Gaze-
despair.
Come on.
Okay, I look.
Yeah.
I thought we were already looking at him.
Yeah.
You
So
hear
is here?
he's under his breath. He's like, "All right, go," and then he stands up and throws the cloth off of his body. And allow me to pull up the picture. Oh
Finally,
boy!
all right, let's see this
Wow!
thing.
Finally, I get to make a big, huge speech for stupid.
Black
Yes.
baby Jesus.
What?
One.
It's Black
Yes.
baby Jesus.
Oh my God! It's sexy black baby Jesus.
Oh, it's crazy. Come on, send
my
it,
God.
Skype. Oh boy, you're.
So crazy. Here we go. Oh boy. All right. Cool.
Oh boy.
Metal. It's a weapon
So-
to surpass Metal Gear.
Yeah. So what it is that it seems to be a very encased man, except not really a man.
That's not a man.
Yeah.
Is he not?
The half of the head has a very dome-like glass-looking thing, where an eye is attached to what doesn't look to be one brain, but basically a mass of brains.
They call this character Frankenstein.
Yeah, the torso is oddly detached in a way. It doesn't feel like it's not naturally attached to itself, and it's
Those
green.
of you at home, the
Has teeth
character
in its chest.
looks like this. Here you go.
I guess. How's it
It
going?
eats from its chest, apparently.
Oh boy.
There you go. Have nightmares. Have fun with those nightmares, kids.
Mm-hmm. Behold!
Fucking tell zombie.
Friend
Behold.
2.0.
It is I, Torsten Vane. Gaze upon my visage. Ah. So, now that I have your attention, right?
Yes.
This is
Unfortunately.
like, round of
It
applause and,
nods.
like shrugs.
Ah, yes. I have a proposition for you. And he pulls out of what seemingly is nowhere, I guess like a weird like tucked metal part, or well,
Out of the cavity in his abdomen.
kind of. But yeah, they pull out a piece of paper.
Get it? Cavity?
Ah!
You see this piece of paper right here in my hand.
Yes.
We all
To
do.
you.
Do we? Roll perception check.
Yes, you do. Fucking it's showing. To you, it may simply look like nothing. But inside, Madison and others holds crucial evidence that indicates where Blue Sky's whereabouts are. The thing is,
Madison's hand moved to her fork.
the thing is, in order to receive it, you need to leave this town and let me rightfully secure my organization's future. Or kill me and apply it for my corpse. And he tucks it back in. But first, I always wanted a monologue. He stands up and turns to face the now smashed pilot light. This was rude, by the way. When I had first met Blue Sky, it was quite the introduction. You see, he has the impression on people to where they very easily forget his face or small details about him. It wasn't until I had learned of his prior work that I was more intrigued to cooperate with him. I'm assuming that you read my journal. You did, right?
Yes.
He
It
did.
was intriguing.
Good. Otherwise, this wouldn't make sense. You see, Dion was always too easygoing. He never was good enough to protect us from the likes of that despicable order. Whether you're in their pockets or not, whether you fight on behalf of them doesn't concern me. What I want is for my mafia to go unchanged. Not assimilated under an obsessive organization to become a child factory. Now, look at everything around you. The debts, Joanne, Chris, Aaron, Hermione, Faith, my own wife. Everything you see isn't because of me, but because of the Order. I had to take up the offer with Blue Sky in order to secure a proper future. Now hold that as just till my end. You see, Blue Sky had come in contact with someone by the name of Davy Speed, a known Australian actor, who discovered stones that can awaken a power within. Blue Sky had worked with us by using the stones on various children from around Quad City. Hermione French, Julius Basta, Lance Crunch, Faith Vane, Jacqueline, Jet, Murdoch, and many more. In fact, most of the members we have were part of the project. We called it the Oyster Project, a successor to the MK Ultra project and a supposed project Blue Sky only mentioned the name of once, the Medusa Project. You see, I was part of his latest project, a willing participant, Project Frankenstein, a project meant to see if stands were connected to the minds of individuals. We noticed a trend at the beginning that the more brains were pieced together, the stronger they become, almost as if they combined together. After collecting the brains of so many, I've become the vessel, the collective. I am Frankenstein. I am the stand. Now, time to choose. Leave it a note, or take it from my cold dead hand.
So I'm going to look at the others and see what their faces have on what their faces are doing at this point.
Jacqueline's just fucking uncomfortable. Super
Madison's licking her lips.
Allison's still leaning back in the shadows, watching the others.
Edward is glaring, his jaw clenched heavily, as he is in deep consideration.
And Buck is standing there in kind of cold silence.
So, let you keep running a mafia turned terrorist organization?
Terrorist organization?
You blew up a car in a school parking lot.
When was the last time you were above ground?
Last time I was above ground? Been a while. Only about a week or so.
What was the last... You can take over the town.
So, leave the guy unmolested.
What?
Or...
I whisper from the shadows, let him have the town. It's completely ruined. There's nothing left for him. We can get up and move anywhere else we want. The hell with this town. We can't even stay here anymore. The police are coming to arrest all of us.
What do you know about those stones?
The stones that Davy Speed provided us? They're called Awakening Stones. What about them?
Are they... How many uses can you get out of them?
Well, theoretically infinite. You've only had to, we only had to have about a couple for it. But, that doesn't matter, I don't
What
think.
happens if it's used on the same person more than once?
We should have probably tested that.
What if it's used on a stand?
We probably
Now that's a
should
bit
have,
too obscure.
we probably should have tested that. Whatever.
Jailbreak Requiem.
Oh no, fuck.
I skipped to Act 9. I'm the strongest stand user in the world.
Yeah, Allison's like, let's just let them have the town. The hell with it.
Jacqueline steps forward. No. Fuck your no.
Madison looks at Jacqueline from the corner of her eye.
And fuck you all. You can fucking be cowards and just fucking leave this place all you want. Leave the town, but this is just... I've come all this way to avenge my uncle's death and actually do what he was meant to do, but clearly all of you are too much of fucking cowards to carry through with it. Especially
I'm gonna
you,
release
Murdon.
my- What?
I don't actually think he holds that much of a grudge towards this guy, though.
Yeah,
He seems pretty chill.
seems alright.
He's tried to kill me like 4 times. If you think, like, he's tried to kill all of us way more than that, actually, now that I
Oh,
think
thank
about
God you're actually sensible.
What, Dion
Yeah,
or Vane?
Thing.
I'm talking
Vane.
about Dion. I'm talking about Dion being chill and not that bothered that
Yeah.
he was killed.
Well, I mean,
No.
Dion gets to live in a paradise of his own making until his clock literally runs out.
What about
Like-
Chris? What about all the people that he's killed? Just for his own self-esteem.
Like,
Are we just gonna let them die in vain?
Are you seriously
think he's
laughing at
clever.
people dying? Because
I'm gonna be-
like.
I'm gonna be honest. That pun was pretty good.
You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Okay, hold on. I motion from the shadows. Madison, do you have the watch on you?
Yes.
Be ready to use that on my signal. All right?
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna let the rest of you work this all out, and then I'm going to step out. Just wait for my signal.
Oh, you were actually sitting there.
No,
didn't
I'm
notice
just hiding in the.
until now.
I'm still hiding in like behind the.
Oh,
doorway.
okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
this
Oh,
guy's tried to kill so many. Like, dude, you've killed so many people. You've caused the town to need to be evacuated. What is your fucking like? And now you're just like, hey, let me run this ghost town I've now created by murdering and causing so many murdering things, sending out people with supernatural powers to blow up buildings and all this, and you want us to walk away.
You see, it doesn't matter on whether or not it's a ghost town now. Because people will flock here, knowing that the terrorist known as Newton Murdoch is dead. And knowing that the mafia has now been liquidated into a singular mayor, so to speak, of said town, people will come flocking back again.
I like this guy. He's got ambition.
The terrorist known as Murdoch, the guy without any without the resources to pull off nearly that much of a thing. Yeah, like,
Ah, yes, you, Murdoch, the one who has been in almost every single terrorist act and has been directly involved with it. It doesn't matter.
except for the first one, which I wasn't in town for, or
What
the
was
one
the
in the
first
school.
one?
The school getting gassed. Then, on top of that, I also wasn't around for my car that inexplicably exploded.
Ah, you see, the funniest part is that there were others who were there. Perez told me, and he looks at everyone else. So of course, even if you yourself didn't have the means of doing it, clearly those who else have been seen on security cameras in the mall and seen with you as your wife would definitely be a suspect.
Right. Still, combine all of that, and you have a bunch of people, half of whom are minors, and obviously incapable of schemes of this elaborate design. Do you think about these things when you're crafting a scapegoat? Do you think about these things?
I don't know. I'm a living stand that's able would
That
probably
is composed of brains.
that's composed of a collective of everyone who has died that you've met. I'm pretty sure I have enough intelligence
Brain power.
to know that once I step on camera and say that supernatural powers are real, that they'll believe me.
You're also expecting us to just leave after you've branded us as terrorists and criminals.
Yes. Well, that's the only way that you can get out of here alive.
Well, I don't like assumptions. They make an ass out of you and me. And that's what I'm gonna let the arrow go in his direction.
Okay.
But Fran,
I think Fran's already part of the collective.
You sure?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Friends, the
there-
one behind all this. She's not
are there any rooms connected to this place? Or is it
I cannot be 100% sure.
Not that.
Oh.
You do know that there is another door across basically this big warehouse room sort of place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
It seems that would be leading to the back entrance.
I'm planning for this arrow to become an Iron Maiden torture device.
Wow, that's fucked up.
It is. But if I can puncture as many of the brains that he's comprised of as possible with the Iron Maiden, it'll render them useless.
Maybe. Depends on how the collective works. Or we
Mhm.
can't be sure.
True. It's the things that Murdoch would try to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. All
My
right.
eyes just blurred and I saw his
Roll.
fingers moving in the image and it freaked me out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I made it a GIF. No. I made it a GIF to scare your ass.
22 on the
perfectly.
shot.
Hold on. I gotta look up a certain set of rules. Hold on.
all right. While you're doing that, I'm going to quickly explain to Madison what I need her to do. Well, so I'm going to, when I step out, you just be prepared to hit the key. When you do, I need you to act like you're shocked to see me. Act like you've seen a ghost. Right? I need you to, like when you see, like when you trigger the watch, I want you to, scream and shout, "But you're dead!" And
Okay.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so
Wait, that I'm
what
dead
was
or that you're dead?
No,
what
I'm
was
dead.
your
I'm
roll?
dead.
What was your roll?
22.
22?
And
Mhm.
all right.
Oh, I
Okay,
misheard.
Right before you do that, you have to explain to him that you're going to activate your stand, which will kill everyone in the room. It'll send everyone to hell, because the name of your stand is Hell's Bells.
Okay.
That's stupid.
What was the song that we listened on the way here?
Oh god, Highway to Hell. Yeah, it's Highway to Hell.
Highway to Hell.
All right. So the funniest part is that you were going for a headshot, right?
No.
What?
No.
Iron Maidens are.
Just going for a general body shot?
Yeah, it's an Iron Maiden.
Yeah, Iron Maidens are a body-encompassing thing.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's like the Iron Maiden's like a sarcophagus full of
Mhm.
spikes.
That's fair. Okay. Well, then you just barely won. Because if it was a headshot, you would get -4, and then you would have failed.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, he seems to try and grab the arrow out of the air, but before he's able to grab it, he makes an attempt, but it turns into the Iron Maiden,
You're inside.
and
You already got it.
and then it closes on him, except rather than closing all the way, it just sort of stops, as if it got stuck on how bulky he is. Is that a non-damaging thing, or does that mean how much damage would a fucking Iron Maiden do? Is there rules on Iron Maidens?
Small
What is
knives.
Small
suppose.
knives?
Yeah, like a
Lots
bunch
of
small
tiny
ones.
Bunch of tiny knives. Okay. Let's look up tiny knives. Alright, I have just a bunch of small knives. Alright. How many would you say that is? Like,
They're just I just times 5 just to be.
yeah, okay, yeah, so that's a D4.
5d4s, yeah.
Okay, that's a 2 times 5, or times 4? Times 5? Which one did you go with? Whatever.
Times
Let's go with-
5.
Yeah, so that's 10. 10 damage. Are you doing your plan now?
Yeah. So Madison, go for it.
Okay, medicine freezes time. Oh no! Wait.
Explain what's going on.
She freezes time.
Dumbledore.
She finally, after several seasons, has revealed her stand. No.
Little did you know that I actually was talking with Zombie Cam this whole time, and Stand really is going to hell. No,
Yeah. Well, so explain.
Stop, Vane! If you don't stop, I'll activate my stand. Highway to Hell, which will kill everyone in this room.
no. And you see his
Out of character, I'm pretty sure he knows that I don't have a stand. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
you can show him the stone. Show him the stone that you.
Oh.
same
I
as
don't
Iron
really-
Maiden. You can't see.
I don't really want to show him the stone.
It's, yeah. It's almost as if a living stand would not be the best thing to show a stone that gives powers to.
Well, the idea is to show that you would have a stand now, but
Fair. Look at this giant softball-sized rock that I've been carrying in my pocket.
also it's entirely possible that if he uses the stand stone, it would cause him to just die.
Potential.
That is
But-
why I asked. Because if it was like, oh, it would be do really bad, I'd just throw it.
He wouldn't even be able to see it right now because he's in an Iron Maiden. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
But-
asked for it! And then medicine activates the watch.
Yeah. So as I the watch, like as soon as we land the thing, does he arrive in Dion's realm in the sarcophagus, or is he free of that?
he's free of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember,
as we
it
arrive, I
only
just go-
shows up as if it were the thing if you die, and then it creates a snapshot of your
Yeah.
last
Fair
memory.
enough. So yeah, as they arrive here, I go. Oh, God! Did you all die too?
Oh, we're dead! Ah, we're in hell!
Yeah, me and
Help!
Dion were just having a nice chat.
Oh, hello, Vane.
Is Vane in like his human form?
Although this is Vane,
No.
this is
No, Vane actually looks a bit more morbid than that.
Yeah.
You know how his whole thing is that he's a collective?
Yeah.
So rather than, you know how when you put a bunch of character models inside of each other, like a bunch of NPCs, they start overlapping each other?
Yes.
It's
What,
like
so you're fighting?
It's like a bunch of fragments of people together
yeah.
Oh,
Like,
God.
this
into
is-
one mass
oh
of a
God.
person. Yeah.
I look at this mass and ask Dion. So this is the man who killed you?
I can't recognize that.
Ah.
That's very unappealing to my eyes.
It's very unattractive.
Hmm.
It's a
Yeah.
shame that you'll be spending the rest of eternity looking like that.
What a shame.
Well, you all better
Who
make
is
it.
this?
This is Dion. You'll remember Dion.
Dion?
You sent him here.
You pathetic shit.
Hey, at least he's spending his eternity in hell looking like an actual badass, but you look like a piece of mixed up fruit salad.
Fool!
Oh, what's the matter? Try using your stand against me? Come on, you're in hell, motherfucker. I'm not afraid of you.
I don't even need to be using my stand. I'm going to beat your ass with my fists.
Come, try and hurt
Says-
me.
Says.
This is your
Tries
own
to stick a
personal
stamp.
hell as well as
I'm trying to stick a stamp, but all of the different leg parts and like everything just seems so like out of it, like weird, and they're not in sync. And so he kind of just drops to his knee.
I start laughing at him. How pathetic. I expected worse.
Hell does a number on you, it seems.
This one did a number on himself and he was still alive.
No.
So Dion, can you tell me how you were killed by such a little bitch? He can't even walk properly. How did this happen?
Oh, that's pathetic. I'm going to be honest. That's the most pathetic thing. Oh my goodness, you were always so passionate about things, but this is just pathetic. Oh man, you were always a terrible leader.
Yeah, he couldn't even beat a bunch of kids. Oh my god. Your little, the little girl would have been more frightening than you.
And I know that.
Fair.
Yeah, Vaden's like looking down as everyone is laughing. Like for a solid 3 minutes until he's like, wait a minute. This is all a lie.
You could say that, but
You know
Yeah.
the telltale that I can tell? The tale?
What's that?
Jacqueline doesn't laugh at jokes.
She used to.
It's pretty good.
oh, that would be true if we were, someplace where you got to keep your own identity. But dude, you're in hell.
Besides that, she's not laughing at a joke, she's just laughing at how pathetic you are.
Yeah.
We're all just
mean,
amused by you.
And I mean, let's think about it. I mean, look at yourself. It's like this massive, completely unattractive goop.
You're made of bits.
If I were you, I would want to be burning myself to death. So I didn't have to...
Hell is
Right.
other people
I
who
mean-
can laugh at the pathetic excuse for a human being you've turned yourself into.
And I mean, let's be fair. I mean, if you could kill yourself in hell, that might be something you'd want to try. But you can't. You're stuck like this forever.
You can't hurt us, you can't hurt yourself. This is you, this is the you forever. This is the eternity you've bought yourself.
Madison's looking at everyone else and wondering how long we're gonna keep this up
Yeah.
for.
There is one option for you though, one possibility of redemption.
What?
There's, well, for those who can, redeem themselves of their past sins, the child, your stand. I looked at Madison.
Child?
Madison, the daughter of Sanders. Your stand, it allows for redemption, does it not? Repentance.
Yes?
If those of you trapped now in hell repent your evil ways, you may yet have a chance to redeem yourselves before you are stuck with this for all time.
Oh,
The choice is, of course, yours. Repent your wicked sins, or spend eternity with me. and Dion.
What is it?
Your wickedness?
Yes. Seek
No.
absolution from God.
My ticket out of here. My free ride out of here.
Fucking hell!
Well, I mean, you kind of have to seek redemption.
Ask God for forgiveness, and repent from your wicked. Promise you will stop your wicked ways when you return to the realm of the living. You must be serious about it, for if you go back on your redemption, God will send you straight back to hell.
Look, just tell me how to find Blue Sky.
Or just say you don't want to. You will stop doing evil deeds and will live a more pious life. I mean, either way.
Yeah, I mean, preferably both. You know, because the murdering thing that you did, kind of evil. By kind of, I mean extremely.
Wait a minute. How would Madison know that her stand goes to hell if there isn't a way out of here through her?
No, for the same reason that the people, that guy in part 5 who had the ability that
What
he died.
the fuck's part 5?
I'm just saying, people who understand their stands, like that, do things after they die.
Are you
before.
talking about that stupid shit?
That stupid stand that, like, when you die,
no,
it turns
no.
into a monster and like kills everybody on a
No,
planet.
you're talking about You're talking about the one with Snow Globe Chan. That
Oh yes, of course, the one
that
that
stupid
shoots
shit.
God,
The
that
fucking my employer won't shut the fuck up about it.
fucking stupid goddamn shit.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
See, this is hell, but oh man, you've never experienced hell until you get explained the plot of an entire shitty children's comic for 8 times in a row because
Oh
they
my
keep
God.
on forgetting it.
Listen,
oh,
Vane, that's Tuesday, okay?
oh
Like,
my God.
all of Tuesday, just endlessly, over and over and over again. And they keep on asking you, do you get it? Do you understand the importance? Do you understand the mature themes and why an adult would be able to appreciate it? Yeah, that adult should not be able to appreciate it. Snow Globe Chan, it's about a little kid, for God.
See?
Even,
So bad.
and then on Saturdays, it's constantly that song about how little the world is.
Medicine
Just
is like
in
getting
your
really
head
angry.
all the time.
You know, maybe hell isn't so bad.
It's pretty bad. And then there's like,
Well, you're sure about that because at least this isn't that.
we have to do that again. That's Tuesday. That's every Tuesday.
Does anyone in the watch actually have like have any of your characters read Snow Globe Chan?
Apparently I have. Apparently, like, the order's really big on Snow Globe Chan.
Oh boy! Suddenly the scene changes to
Oh no!
to
No, goddamn it, no!
the movie theater, and it's just playing a documentary just explaining the plot of Snow Globe Chan.
Allison starts screaming, "You did it! You thought about Snow Globe Chan!
What?
Triggered the Snow Globe Chan movie reel!
No.
No! It's not going to stop now! It won't stop! It never stops!
Madison forces this. Oh, can she do that still? Like, force all this to dispel?
Let me flip a coin.
Okay.
High or low?
I.
Okay. No.
Okay.
Actually, yes. I don't want to. I just want this to carry on.
Madison like stomps her foot down. It's like, shut up! Shut up! No one cares about Snow Globe Town! And then, like, I suppose perhaps everything in the room, like, gets, like, actually a bit hellish. As Madison's,
Yeah.
like, super angry.
Fucking the walls of the theater become non-Euclidean geometry.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I run up to Vane and I grab him by the collar.
Whatever it is. There's like a
The
billion
dome.
colors. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is Blue Sky?
If I tell you, will you let me out?
Yes! Yes, for God's sake, yes!
And
After saying that, Madison, like, bullshit. And, like, looks back at the others. Who are probably angry.
like Jacqueline's like like, oh my fucking god. He started, and you know, he looks like it, and he goes to reach where the paper is, and he's like, wait a minute. It's not here.
It's on your actual body.
Yes.
Well, since it's crime,
But you're in
like,
hell.
Crime, repent.
Mm.
Repent. No bloodshed.
Well, if she's the user, wouldn't she control it?
She's just a portal to hell. She's evil. She's pure evil.
Look. Child of Sanders. Look at me. Stop looking at them.
Yeah, she's looking at him.
She's having a hard time looking at which eye. Because there's so many pairs of eyes. Let me out. Come on. Come on. I'll hand it to you. I'll hand it to you. Alright?
Fine. In medicine. Switches it off.
Do they all get sent out of the watch?
Yeah, I assume so.
Alright. He's still in the Iron Maiden. He's still in the Iron Maiden. And it stops shaking for a bit. It's just silence. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you going to go and let
We're
him
all
know?
just-
Oh, is he? I thought it was just like I thought he was like it didn't close on him. So
It's not fully closed.
no, okay. Sure, I'll go open up one of the doors.
Alright. So you like go on the side that's like, you know, got a bit open.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as you reach your fingertips at the crack, you know how a vacuum cleaner and you put your like finger towards the thing,
Mm-hmm.
your hand suddenly gets like a
Your
fucking
skin is
forceful
torn
ass.
from your flesh.
Yes, you gaze upon Cthulhu, and
Oh,
you
no.
go mad. No,
Mine shatters instantly.
no, but your arm gets sucked in there, and thankfully the Iron Maiden is actually stopping you. But this sucking is just like very powerful. And then, you know, are you gonna try and make an attempt to pull it out?
Yeah,
All right.
but not hard enough. Okay, let me clarify. I'm gonna try and pull it out, but if it feels like I'm gonna be pulling hard enough to rip my arm off, I'll stop before I get that far.
Okay. Roll me a strength test.
Strength doubled or
Yes.
okay. still pretty low. But, well, low compared to everything else. 13 total.
Okay. You fucking assholes being super fucking lucky. Fuck you all.
Oh,
Fuck
God.
you all, you barely fucking getting 1 point difference before you
Oh,
failed.
Oh boy.
Asshole.
Oh
wow.
boy.
Asshole.
Ryan gets
Yeah.
real fast.
You barely pull your hand out of there before a sudden before you like grab the door, and then one of the carts with like all the surgical equipment starts flinging towards the crack,
Mm-hmm.
and then I imagine you get out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like, has the clothing on my arm been shredded or anything?
Yes, it's been completely torn. Like your entire sleeve's gone. Yeah. And then a fist goes through the Iron Maiden before coming out, and then insert reference to The Shining. Here's Vane. No, but basically afterwards the thing explodes, and then Vane goes, "Hello, Maddie."
Madison has her fork at the ready and is like taking on a power stance.
Oh, God.
You're afraid, but I thought you had the power of God.
Really just hell.
Shut up. I'm trying to be dramatic. Well, at least I can't be that mad. You let me have a monologue. Regardless.
I don't need the
You
power
got
of
your
God
wish.
to shred your brain matter.
Do you? Alright. Come here then.
Damn it.
I'll let you grab. Let you grab Blue Sky's note. Oh, and Buck. And then Buck's like, what? Don't think you can just mind read me, because I actually haven't read the note. My employer gave it to me as a breadcrumb.
Your employer,
Yes.
Mr. I want to rule the world, has an employer. The plot
Well.
thickens.
Yes.
He's
I do have
mentioned
a-
it a few times.
Think of it like a pyramid.
Oh,
He owns a
would you say that
city,
this
his employer owns
scheme
state.
of yours
Not
has
really.
multiple layers in a pyramid shape?
Yes. I get to control the Quad City area, but I get to send them or eliminate them for my employer.
Hmm.
Where is this employer?
Gone.
Gone where?
Not dead. Left. Abandoned.
To where?
Well, I can't say. Now can I?
But you
long
do
ago?
know this.
But I do have a note. All you have to do is just come towards me.
No. How long ago did they leave?
How long ago? Less than a day.
Damn. Okay.
Fran is the employer.
Right before you arrived, I was gonna run out of the like, try and chase you down. But I've
No,
got that
Fran's
too.
long gone now.
Well.
Don't go closer.
Well,
It's
looks like we've got a right old Mexican standoff. I won't grab the note, and you won't give it to me.
Well, You won't come closer, so why don't I just bring you closer to me? And then you see his torso, basically the upper part detaches from the bottom part, and then all of a sudden, all angles of the room start flying towards him in a suction pattern. Everyone grab a wall. Grab
All
something.
angles of the room.
Whatever. No, like it's like a big, huge ass, like. Like
Like Euclidean geometry type thing, or is it?
No, it's like a giant circle. That's what I meant. It's like a giant circle
so
around him. Giant area around him is getting sucked towards him.
Okay.
It's like scalpels and shit from that just start flying into the mouth that he has, and just
Alright.
disappearing.
So roll a strength.
Yes. Fight it with your strength. Gotchas.
Hey, Duhad.
Yeah.
How much do you know about Iron Maidens?
How much do I know about what now?
Iron Maidens.
Quite a lot, actually.
Okay. Right.
Nice.
If someone's inside of an Iron Maiden, is it like? I'm pretty sure I know ones where they have to stand up straight, but as long as they stand up straight, the
Yeah, like the idea is it's
spikes
not
don't
it's
dig
not like
into
an
them.
execution.
And so as they fall asleep, type thing, they
Yeah,
start
like the
leaning on
idea
them.
is that the like little knives and stuff are sticking just enough that like they'll kind of poke and prod you, like they'll lightly stab you. But as long as you're standing perfectly up straight, you're fine. You're relatively fine. But the moment you start slouching or trying to move at all or fall asleep, you will impale yourself on the knives and die.
Oof. That's
But the
fun.
maiden has been destroyed, so
Well, it has a hole in it.
He also burst in half.
yeah.
But it's still full of angry daggers
Yes, it is still
That are
full of
covered-
angry daggers.
that are currently, so if somebody were to say pick up the lid and smack him in the head with it,
Grab the lever.
Well, anyway,
how are Madison and Jacqueline holding up to this suck?
What? Who just left the
DDoS.
Shit, DDoS had its effect. Oh no.
Oh no, zomboid.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
how is Jacqueline holding up to the effect then while we wait for Madison to get back?
Turn
Turn that up a little bit. What was that?
God damn it, zombie.
She's actually starting to slide towards the thing. Like she grabbed onto something, but it actually wasn't bolted to the ground, so it's starting to
Right.
fly towards him.
Okay, then.
I got a 10 myself.
Fuck it.
Oh, you're sucking towards it.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, good. Madison, I need to know if Madison's sliding in towards it.
Towards what?
The
vacuum.
the
The
Giant
vacuum.
gaping mouth thing.
Right. What I was saying is, we're gonna have Madison go in the Iron Maiden, but if it gets shaken around, she'll just get stabbed. So instead, Edward should go in there.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
wouldn't get as hurt.
True, true.
As hurt.
But yeah, how are you dealing with being sucked in?
So what can I grab onto?
Strength
That's
check.
right.
Just.
Am I next to that lamp?
What? The lamp?
Am I next to the one that I broke?
I mean... I'll just say yes for the
Okay.
ease
How
of-
big is his mouth?
It's his entire torso. You can see the image of him.
Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah.
But if I like, you know how there's like the comedic slapstick type thing where they put like a stick inside of the crocodile's mouth, and then it can't close its mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Could I do that with the lamp?
You can try.
Okay. What massive confidence I'm getting from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, kids.
I don't know. I'm gonna run for the door.
All right.
You run for the door? Alright,
Yeah,
you have to
and
make
then,
a
like-
strength
and then, like-
test, though, to try and resist the thing.
Okay. I'm surely I've got something for this. Yeah. Should I do like an athletics to see plus strength to see if I can run hard enough?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, I mean that's exactly the same if I did strength double. So.
Come on, kids. You have drama points.
Yes.
You can use them.
I don't.
What?
Why?
I spent them all on coming back to life. Remember?
Oh.
Yeah.
16.
Oh, you're so fucked.
Well, that depends. Actually, I had 6. Did it cost me all 6 or did it cost me 5?
Mm,
I'm happy with it being all 6. So.
yeah, it was all 6. But, I believe it was a cap of 5.
There was a
they set
cap
the
of 5.
Yeah, so you shouldn't have even had more than 5 in the first place. But,
I had 5 and then you gave me. Like
But
2 or
that's
3
still your.
I guess?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Whatever.
Whenever you fail by 1 point, so you're actually like you're sliding, but you're sliding slower than someone like Jacqueline, who is like kind of sliding fairly fast speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. Gotta do this then.
Get this.
So, Allison really, really quickly like strips off her jacket, strips off her like shirt, kicks off her boots, like basically it's down to like as few clothing as she can while maintaining modesty, and then leaps out from behind the wall
Mm-hmm.
and like dives to catch both Madison and Jacqueline.
Mm-hmm.
When she does so, she shouts, "Surprise! I wasn't actually dead the whole time."
I knew that.
No, you didn't. You were crying like a little bitch.
You were crying like a bitch in hell. It was hilarious.
Okay,
dead, guys.
y'all should just roll initiative at this point.
Yeah.
Roll initiative. That way we can do that.
It's time.
It's time to stop.
14.
It's time to end this. So-
Wow, what a fucking great... I've been rolling so terribly tonight for the boss. I hate myself.
I'm not doing
13.
too good myself.
Oh wait,
So-
fast reaction time adds 3 to initiative, right?
Yes, it does.
Alright, so 17.
All right, so
Oh,
yeah,
wait.
zombie and
Actually,
zombie. You might want to try and
That's-
grab onto me because I'm going to do a weird thing.
Or you could just not if you want.
No, I'm going to do a weird thing.
I could
No,
just
just-
not if I want.
That's true.
Yeah, okay, you don't have to, but I'd recommend it because I'm going to try and save your life.
screw the rest. No.
But I'm
Oh
saying
my
the people who
God.
are in the most danger and also who Allison has the closest personal connection to.
Oh, this is so fucking... I've been rolling so bad. Ugh. I'm so sorry that the boss is just ruined now.
It's not ruined. It's still like
Ruined.
fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
Like, there's a reason why I'm basically like stripping in order to do the most ridiculous thing I've done with my character to date because it's like, fuck, I have to do something to deal with this this boss.
That's true.
Can I
Yeah.
use my cuteness to seduce the boss?
You can try.
How many people is he made up of?
Many.
Over 30, it seems.
Okay, surely one of them is a pedophile.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
Well, if he gets Edward, then maybe...
Oh god!
I will.
the best.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna let Madison choose what she wants to do first because that may or may not affect like whether or not I'm also grabbing her.
Okay, so the order is...
I believe it's me.
where is Murdoch's?
He said 14, but he didn't write it down.
You should write it down.
Right, so Morath goes first then.
He was actually 17 because he didn't add his fast reaction time,
Wow.
That's
and then
really
he
matters.
corrected himself. So,
He's still
Okay,
first.
it doesn't matter. He's first either way.
well, it could matter for the boss. You know.
No, the
Oh wait, no. Oh, it says
boss
Vayne right there.
got
Never
a
mind.
10. I rolled a 1. Like,
Oh,
it was a terrible last roll. It was bad. It was a
It's
really
fine.
bad
Like,
roll.
this is basically a puzzle boss anyway. We're not like fighting him conventionally.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a puzzle boss.
Yeah, him
Yeah.
going at the end. After
By the
everyone
way,
else
there
had
is a
chance to try.
door for a exit. By the way, you could find a way to leave and then get a more open area than just a fucking warehouse. Because a warehouse is kind of a really tiny place.
tiny and it has a lot of shit in it.
Oh yeah.
My character's whole thing is being acrobatic and jumpy and flippy, which is not exactly super helpful in this tight area.
Yeah, it's not the best.
So, yeah.
All right, there you
Morath,
go.
What are you doing?
Okay. I'm actually firing, and I'm attaching myself to the wall with an arrow.
Okay.
By essentially using, or I'm actually shooting it directly into the floor, so that it's essentially a gripped harness, like
Mhm.
that grips my pelvis and then sticks me to the ground.
Mhm. Okay.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
All right.
Uh,
Roll. It shouldn't be that hard to shoot the ground.
Done it multiple times.
Yeah, you shot the ground a lot. No.
yeah.
Yeah, you
16.
know,
16
shooting
to
your
hit
load on
that.
the ground is almost like a professional thing you do. Okay, what's the D10 thing for?
That one's a straight 10.
Wow. It's exactly what you wanted. Just secures you in.
Yep.
Where's it attached to, by the way? Like,
The floor.
did you attach it to your? Yes. Is it just attached to the floor?
No,
How
it's
do you
also
hold it?
like it's essentially what it does is it shapes a tubular webbing. It's essentially like a
Tubular.
climbing harness. It's essentially like a climbing harness that goes around the around my my waist. Essentially.
Okay.
I was thinking of it as those packs from Attack on Titan. I don't know.
Oh,
I
you
haven't
mean
seen
one
it.
that's based off of based off of like climbing gear.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah. Fair.
Anyway,
It is essentially climbing gear.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so you did that. Allison and Madison, you
So-
can decide between which of you
I'm
two.
letting Madison go first because, as I said, depending on what she's doing, I'm going to be trying to save her and Jacqueline, or just Jacqueline.
Madison is falling towards Vayne.
Yeah,
um,
that's it.
Could I make another attempt at the door?
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay.
sprint
Okay.
harder.
Sprint
Yeah.
very hard.
Wow, I need. If he rolls the same, I'll need to roll really high.
Oh boy.
Uh,
Don't worry. I rolled a 2.
okay.
Oh boy, I'm out of this.
Contemplating. You probably shouldn't have let me know that because now I'll probably go for it.
No.
I'm contemplating adrenaline surge.
Ah, potentially.
I mean, there's very few situations where it's going to be more like important to use than fighting the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it might not last the whole boss fight.
Mm.
Okay, well I'll do that then.
Especially if you get knocked out or killed, then it definitely won't last the whole boss fight.
Mm.
Boy, what an interesting thing.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
19, and I rolled a 10 because that was 6 plus 3. So, and then
Wow. How much is that then?
Okay, plus 5, so 24, and then I roll again. Yes, so 24 total.
24. Yeah, you beat that. You may.
I'm gonna
you
screenshot
actually
that.
doubled what he rolled because I rolled terrible, right?
I'm gonna screenshot that to prove it. I'm not like.
Okay. He photoshops it real quick and
Rapid Photoshop skills activate.
it wouldn't be that hard, would it? It really wouldn't.
You could do it with an image editor.
All I would have to do is have the thing open, and then I could just edit it like instantly.
Yeah, same.
It'd be easy. But good thing there's a program that checks if you doctor a photo.
Hey.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that necessary.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I actually trust Zombie Cam. I don't like.
He's a pretty
I don't
trustworthy
have a reason to not. I don't have a reason to not trust him.
Yeah.
I have long believed in the goodness of Zombie Cam.
Have you heard of the
Tragedy of Darth
tragedy
Zombie
of-
Wise.
Have you heard of the tragedy of Darth Vane?
Just keep going while I doctor this photo.
He could.
Okay, so we'll go to Allison's.
Okay,
thing.
so assuming then that I'm not going to be saving you,
Yeah.
I instead will like dive. So what I'm basically doing is I'm diving to basically grapple Jacqueline, spin around, and then basically I'm gonna grab her, like spin around, and then basically say like, I'm sorry, this is going to be really weird. And then I basically like turn like just my entire back, like back of my legs, like shoulders, back of arms, like all the exposed skin I just like took all the clothes off of is going to start like blooming with these weird flowers and start blasting full force to like shoot us away from the mouth.
Okay. I mean, you have to account for both weights.
Yeah,
but
no, I know.
You will have a
I like
Again, that's
make
why
the roll.
I'm not just doing it with like my feet. I was originally gonna do it with my feet. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, that's not enough. I have to like actually just like go all out
Yeah.
with this one.
Yeah, and I'm.
So
Mhm.
first roll my acrobatics to catch her. So that's a 6 and 8 plus 13 to catch her.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
Hold on.
Wow.
Alright.
yeah. So you grab her and then.
Oh boy, 19? That's a 19 in total. What is this shit?
Is that for her?
So
grab?
19.
Then I
So-
rolled.
20 something.
It says
What's-
24.
The lion shit.
Oh, boy.
24. Because instead of rolling 1d10, I roll 1d6.
Mmm.
To confirm it.
How's it 24? Wait. I don't see where it's 24.
In the rulebook, it says that instead of rolling a 1d10, you roll a 10 the first time, you roll another 1d10 to confirm it. Instead, you roll a 1d6. If you roll a 6, it acts as and then you take that number minus 5. So if you roll a 1, it's plus 0. If you roll a 6, it's plus 5 to the roll. Instead of so you're just rolling a 1d6 instead of rolling a 1d10 because I find
Okay,
it less
that
confusing.
makes sense.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that works.
Alright. Yeah.
But that's exploding
You-
dice.
you're- Yeah. It's not as strong with exploding dice, but it's good.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it not being as strong.
Yeah, alright. So, you fucking, you blast your ass out of the room, and you run hard enough to where you just fucking overcomes the pull pretty quickly.
Speed. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like
We have Jacqueline and Edward, and I'll let Edward do it first because, Jacqueline's...
An NPC.
currently rocketing out of the room on a.
Yeah, she's currently...
Yeah. Edward was planning on making a dart for the medical cart that was going closer, and like he's feeling himself try to pull it, awakening in himself, Act 3, to pull it at a much better rate than he would if by touch. A tall creature imposing nearly samurai cop stands behind him as the cart rolls to him. He grabs onto it, and then it just starts wheeling itself away, so like against the wall that he's at, to avoid being suctioned back in.
Make a roll.
Yeah, make it. Yeah, I assume.
Yeah.
Yep. That's 9 plus 5 plus a drama point. So 9, 5 is 14, 24. Unless I get other bonuses from
Jesus, you
brawling or
God damn,
mechanic or
all of you doubling his fucking rolls on this shit.
or even like also plus a stand skill of could be another 29. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, yeah, he is holding himself on tight.
Mm-hmm. God. Alright. Yeah, you fly out of the room after the thing. You're right. Oh yeah, get that turtle out of the tank. Do it. No, but yeah, so that means that Allison, Madison, Jacqueline, and Edward leave. Murdoch is still bolted to the ground, and Bunk is still in the room so far. So,
He can send the cart out there to grab more people.
Wait a minute. This is video games. The boss is sucking things in right now. We have a grenade or explosive device we can throw it in.
wait, you don't have a grenade, do you?
No, I know we don't.
No.
We don't. That's
It was
not-
I was like, what?
Oh,
I have
man,
a bow
almost-
that shoots arrows that turns into things.
Wait, your turn though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the best part though.
What is
Hey,
it?
Murdoch, you know how you're being sucked in? So the best part is that so Vane, you see his arm like get a weird fucking thing to do with it, and kind of unravels a bit. And oh shit, were you around when Chris was around?
No.
Fucking hell. Well, if the rest of the party was there, they would recognize Chris's sure shot ability works really similarly to this.
Oh,
Is
fuck,
Chris
no.
making a comeback?
This is
into the compiler.
this is Frankenstein who's using this ability.
By the way, I'm just gonna say I fucking called it.
Yeah,
I think
So,
everyone knew.
he's basically throwing
He
the
killed Chris?
Yeah, he killed
yes,
Chris, and-
he's throwing unraveled basically thread of his hand. You know, like the elbow of his hand unravels. He basically launches it at Murdoch.
Okay.
Make a dodge.
I'm actually pretty decent at this.
Murdoch.
Remember, you're bolted to the ground with a harness.
Yes, which I can then drop.
Yes. Do you mean drop and be sucked towards him?
No, I mean I can drop towards the ground. I can move from side to side. It's not like, it's a rope. It's not a static object.
You have a lot of arrows. If you turn them all into explosives and then let yourself get sucked in, I think you can be the biggest hero of all.
I'll be an hero.
The end hero. You can prove you're not a terrorist by wrapping yourself up with as many bombs as you can and throwing yourself at the enemy.
You fucking should. Alright.
So my dodge was 14.
Oh man, hon. Oh, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you.
Get over here!
So, yeah, actually. So, funny enough, it doesn't immediately pull you in or anything like that. what ends up happening is that his basically his hand stabs into your let's say it stabs into your leg, like goes through it, kind of like if you were to shoot a harpoon through someone, except it doesn't get bolted to the ground, it just goes through your leg, right?
Okay.
And it stays there. And you take 6 points of damage.
6 points?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the end of his turn.
You
Now
got
it's time
this
for Buck.
war. Kick resource.
It's time for Buck, who's been like holding on to shit on the side of the wall. Yeah. Oh
Buck.
boy.
You have it in
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So the best part, so what Buck is going to attempt to do is that he's going to try and do what any very intelligent person to do, and use Vane's suction as a gravitational pull, and do it at the right, hopefully at the right angle, so he can launch himself towards the door. Do you get that? He's trying to slingshot himself. God, this is such a... I'm ruining the finale.
You're really not.
I really am.
You're
Everyone
saying
at
that is
home,
going is.
put in the comments how much you hate this
Okay,
campaign.
please do not put any of that in the
No.
thing. Like, let's focus on the game.
All right. And... Okay. Oh, no. Oh, God. All right. That's a really bad thing. Oh, a fucking terrible roll. How wonderful. Isn't that great?
It works. It's dramatic.
It just works.
Hmm?
Okay, so just barely being able to get into it. Oh, change dice? I will. I have a percentage dice right here that works basically the same way. I love how me putting it down by rolling on it, whatever. So yeah, just by just barely, Buck is able to get around the pull of the thing, but not before basically half of his, like an entire left half of his body, all of the clothes is just torn off, and a lot of his, like it seems layers of skin from getting that close has also just peeled away from that side of the body. So yeah, so he looks kind of like Allison did by scraping her face against the ground, except like on one side of his body, and is able to manage to get out with relatively minor wounds. Yes.
That's not great.
All right, top of the order, Murdoch. You're still bolted to the ground. You have this fucking hand in your leg. What you gonna do?
What any sensible person who's already got that's already at death's door would do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take Duhad's advice and hero myself.
Hell yes.
I'm going to pull every bow out of my quiver,
Oh shit!
knock it into and with the intention of them becoming dynamite, and then I'm going
Okay.
to release the arrow sticking me to the floor.
All right, I'm gonna tell you right now. You should use basically all your drawing points for this.
It's gonna be Skull Girls. We're gonna Skull
You should
Girls.
use. Oh god, for doing Alora. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna
So
tell you
I'm-
right now.
I'm
Here's the
dropping-
thing. How many arrows would you say is in your quiver?
20.
20, huh? All right. So that's 20. You know how acclamation of negatives works in Unisystem, right? You add a 2 for every next one. Basically, I'll nullify the negatives, and you just roll one like arrow thing in order to hit. To if you just burn all your drama points because you're already gonna die anyways from this.
Yeah, burn your drama points, like gather them all up into basically a giant bundle, and as you're being sucked in, like slam it directly into his brain case.
Yeah. I'll also. It's gonna be defensive grenades, by the way.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like
Fair
that.
enough.
Mm.
Yeah.
Unless we're going to go with offensive grenades.
No, defensive grenades are better.
No. Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. That's ground zero. That would be ground zero.
That would
So
be
make
ground
the
zero.
roll. Make the roll. He's gonna make probably a pathetic attempt to dodge or something.
All right. So I have
Yeah, that's a pathetic attempt to dodge.
4 drama points.
You said for me to switch dice, but now I'm rolling worse. Asshole. No, I'm not.
You fucking knew.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He talks to the dice gods.
So I'm gonna burn all 4 of my drama points here,
Yep.
and
It's like
I'm not gonna say
dramatic.
this. I'm not gonna say this is 20 defensive grenades.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's
of
a lot of defensive.
You
grenades.
turn
I
it
don't
into
think
dynamite that's weaker than defensive grenades. You can just say like 10 defensive grenades and
Yeah, it would be like 10 defensive grenades. Then.
That's a
So.
lot of fucking damage.
Oh my god, that's a lot of fucking grenades.
it's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
so
that's a lot.
what kind of penalty am I rolling this at?
I said for you to use the drama points to nullify the penalty.
Yeah. So you're just rolling
Okay.
normally.
Yeah, because otherwise you would be taking
Such a big penalty.
you would be taking an incredibly huge penalty on your roll because it's
Alright.
20, and every single time you get a
Also, I
minus
think all the
2.
rest of us are probably going to get a little bit of splash from this.
Oh, yeah, this is
Probably.
gonna be big.
I rolled a 9, so that makes it a 19 total for my attack roll.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right, so yeah, you failed to dodge, but or any defensive action, but you know, all right. So since that's 10, we're rolling 10 defensive grenades. Roll 10d6 for me, please.
Let me go get my Warhammer dice.
No, don't cheat,
No,
please.
No, I'm
it's just
not.
Like he needs a lot of
Okay.
d6s.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Because
How many?
whenever I heard about Warhammer, 10d6.
Yeah.
God, this is
And what's the extreme range for that? Like, how much damage does the extreme range take? Because I think that's probably what the rest of us.
the maximum range is will be the damage is based off of the multiplication after the d6s. So yeah, you
Yeah, the
might
rest of us are gonna
hope
get
that he
blown up.
rolls low.
Okay, actually, hold on.
Because-
So, who's still in the room?
No one.
No, Buck just got out. So
Yeah.
Buck would probably be in general effect
Yeah,
instead of
he'd probably be in
maximum.
general, and the rest of us would probably be in the extreme
Max.
range.
Yeah.
I rolled a magic number here. I rolled 42.
God.
42.
Oh,
You might be killing some more people than just him, by the way.
You rolled a 42 in total?
Mm-hmm.
This is also a little bit like the end of Until Dawn. It's
Yeah.
like everyone has to run out
Okay,
the
so
front door.
that's 42.
That's what
right?
I was
Yeah.
thinking the whole time.
You rolled
Like,
a
with-
42?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. You basically guaranteed killed him, so like
Yeah. And possibly some of us.
you ruined the other thing that I was gonna do with him, but whatever. Oh wow, okay. Oh, that's another. Okay. Oh,
You know,
wow. Yeah.
Murdoch-
So anyway, so Murdoch, I hope you like tanking 480 damage.
That's
well, I
about-
always did say I wanted to go out with a bang.
So
Okay.
that means
Hmm.
that
roll a survival.
that
No,
means
that's chunky
okay,
salsa.
Buck takes 384 damage.
Oh, fuck, Bug's dead.
Well, maybe not. He does have drama points, remember?
Right.
So maybe he could just barely live, but now be completely crippled and look completely different. Fucking part 30. Fuck.
Two
and
cripples in the
how
party
much
for
does the
part-
Oh,
population-
and all of you are in maximum range, right?
The rest of us.
Oh, Hans, you're gonna. That's 144 damage each.
Okay, I'm going to use some drama points.
Same. And each one, is it 125?
Fuck, it's the end of the
Think so?
campaign. I'll,
It's 144.
yeah, and it's half per point, was it? For
What?
drama points.
Oh, it halves it per point. Yeah.
Alright, that's 1 point.
Oh god, this is gonna be horrible. Okay, so
Yeah, there's no way I'm saving that.
Yeah, no. That was a joke.
oh my god, wow, holy shit, I just destroyed. Okay, so Buck didn't even take that much damage because of all this halving. Oh my god, Jesus.
How much damage did you roll?
What?
You rolled 42 damage, right?
48, because the whole thing was that you know how all of the experiments die with a bang? His would be a defensive grenade. So the whole, yeah, I'll just describe it after the whole conclusion happens.
Okay.
Okay.
You should go to Bailey and bring her the news afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Jesus! You know what's gonna happen? The fucking note's like gonna be a problem.
No.
What a shame.
It's gonna be
No.
fucking gone.
No.
Anyway, so
Let's just say, just for the sake of drama, that like we can't fucking like spend all of our points, that we all take at least
Yeah.
some fucking damage.
You
Like
take
just 2 points, so everyone takes 25 at the extreme range.
yeah, just 2 points. 2 points. Done.
Imagine
Because that way, like, you
flying
know, Buck
towards
still
the mouth.
actually gets blown up a bit from being that near an explosion. The rest of us are
yeah.
all thrown about, so it isn't just like, oh man, an explosion happened. It's crazy how none of us got hurt.
Oh my god, he takes 96 damage.
Yeah.
Is Murdoch shooting arrows into its mouth, or has he got like
Yeah,
two
he, like,
arrows,
took a
or like
big ol'
handfuls of arrows?
Yeah, and
in like
slammed
both
him into his
hands, and
brain.
like
He has to knock them to his bow. So essentially, what he did was he knocked them to his bow, released himself from the floor, and then just as he got into the guy's face, just released all of them.
Yeah, Ed has 6 HP.
God. How much HP does Jacqueline have?
Oh god, she's not gonna have fun. She's not. Oh, well, like, was it? It's 144, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and we were saying two draw points at most, just to keep things nice and dramatic.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Yeah.
She's dead.
Yeah. You see, she hit 35 points and then she went negatives after that.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I know I took.
She's in -1 points, which is hilarious.
Oh god. Well, I mean, that's not dead.
That's
Yeah,
not
she's
salsa.
fucking out cold
Yeah.
as shit.
Actually, it's not even -10, so she's not even
Buck
risk
is
of-
at -58
Oh,
right now.
Oh, he's
That-
dead.
Oh, is he though?
Unless he does something
He's going
crazy.
to be at a -5 roll. Unless someone has first aid, we can't actually prevent him from taking an increasing penalty every turn.
Wait, you mean Jacqueline lived?
I mean, Jacqueline lived, but Buck isn't going to.
Well, Jacqueline can roll a consciousness test.
She can.
It comes down to this consciousness
It
test.
comes down to this. Oh god, this is gonna be fun. Okay,
This is
so...
gonna be close.
Oh, she fucking passes.
No.
That was easy. Okay.
So I'll
She might-
heads over and picks her up.
Yeah.
Like, Jacqueline, you alright?
I'm alright. She's like bleeding from the head because, you know, fucking explosion. You see Bunk with his fucking legs torn off
Oh
and
god,
like
Buck.
missing an arm, like half of his body is like he's like completely charred now, like
I like the idea, they're all like this. Like Allison, she was actually pretty fucking
should've-
tough. So like,
Should have all jumped into the Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
She's
totally. That
only,
would-
she only lost like 20. She's only down to 22 hit points. So I imagine like everyone else is like kind of like blown up and stuff. And like Allison, who previously stripped out, is like walking around like her front's completely normal. Her back is just all burnt and like badly singed.
Everyone is gonna have terrible scars.
Edward is completely fucked up from that, but he's standing.
Yeah, so she's gonna roll a. She's gonna see if she can
Trying
roll
to stabilize.
Yeah, try and stabilize.
She's
his
at a
ass.
-1 because of her injuries, but
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good thing she's like actually
Really good at it.
Really good at it. Yeah. Oh my god. Hey kids, don't try this at home.
Don't try that. Don't try throwing 10 defensive grenades at your feet at home. Please don't.
Yeah.
By the way, this is not the way you deal with a childhood bully. Just for reference.
What bully? what bully?
I was like, the guy's just a general asshole, so I figured like, you know,
yeah,
I might.
kids don't solve your
things at
problems this
home.
way.
Oh god. Okay. Oh god, this is terrible.
What happened?
Okay, so she healed 15 points off of him.
Alright.
That's something.
But-
He's no longer taking continuous damage, at least.
But yeah, he's at -58, huh?
He
Yeah.
can still die.
He
Yeah.
can still die. We have to go through turn after turn to see if he's. This is like the scene where they're doing CPR on someone who
Yeah.
just on like
Does anyone?
Character.
Is anyone a doctor? Does anyone know first aid?
just fucking is working.
Anyone at all?
So what exactly happened? I mean, I know I am a fine mist of paste at this
We're gonna
point.
find out in a little bit. We're just trying to
Well,
figure out whether or
you'll
not
see.
like, who else died.
Oh god. Okay. I rolled terrible.
No.
Oh god.
This one. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to make a survival test with him.
Yeah, minus
Yep.
5.
God, this is a pain, yes. Okay, so it's Constitution plus willpower, right?
Minus 5. Yeah.
-5. Okay.
Yeah. And he has to beat a 9 to survive.
Yeah.
Possible, but fairly unlikely.
Yeah. He's extremely likely to die.
Because I really want him to be in the next one, but
Well, sometimes
Yeah.
unfortunately, like they're tragic.
yeah, he has a total of 10. He's dead.
All right. Yeah. So, Allison.
Wait, can I give him my luck?
No, you cannot give me
Dead
your
as
luck.
shit.
You're also dead.
Is it going to be the moment where all the characters are like above in the sky? Except this is
Yeah,
going to be
no, yeah,
an
we
entire,
like look into the room
This is
and
going to
there's
be
like
an
the.
entire like fucking pile of people because
well,
it's everyone that died
Well, it's
due
just
to
like
shit.
but by JoJo rules, like what we're looking at, as we like look back into the room, we see like Buck and Murdoch like floating into the sky, giving like a thumbs up.
Yeah, all of the souls that were once part of the collective now, flying off into the air.
We all died within range of the watch.
Who said that you had to be in the range that you would live? Who said that because the only person that did it was who died and got in the watch was wearing it at the time?
Yeah, we don't actually know whether
That's fair.
how that works.
We don't know the
I
actual
think everyone else is
range
going
of
up
the-
to heaven and or hell.
Depending.
But yeah, I bend down and
Whatever
like,
the afterlife is.
close the eyes of Buck, and then walk into
He doesn't have He doesn't have.
I take my jacket and lay it over Buck
Yeah.
because
He
fuck.
doesn't. Just a charred corpse now.
Yeah. Okay. I lay my jacket over him, and then also like, oh wait, fuck, I'm basically fucking naked. I'm going to put on some clothes because this is weird and awkward.
How did y'all get one of the neutral endings on this shit? I was expecting bad end. Fucking.
Because we had expendable people.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
This was good end. This was neutral end.
Yes.
We lost all the information. We lost a person. We lost a buck.
You didn't lose all the information.
We also
Yeah,
lost...
there's still the room upstairs.
That's true. That's true.
There's
Yeah.
also, I mean, you should probably, like,
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first
I-
again, I'm checking to make sure that like
Yeah.
everyone is dead.
actually just check the room afterwards. But yeah, make sure everyone's dead.
Yeah.
I assume
Oh.
that they are. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Oh
we
yeah,
just
you.
generally go over.
So we finished calculating the explosion damage done to
Yes.
everyone?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
we finished that.
how,
Basically,
how is Madison?
Fine, she was in the other room.
She still took extreme range damage.
yeah, she took max range damage,
She
which
took
is
100 damage.
144. 144 damage.
144
What,
damage.
from behind a wall?
Yes.
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 Well, the medicine's dead.
Oh, you can. Do you have any
Does
draw
she-
points?
No, I spent them all on coming
Oh,
back to life.
Madison's dead. So actually, yeah, like.
Wait, but she's the one that was wearing a watch.
Okay, yeah. So like, Allison like turns around, is like, "All right, Madison," and then she sees that like there's like a chunk of concrete where Madison's head used to be. She's like, "Oh my god, no!"
Not again.
That's fucked. Oh my
It
god.
really shouldn't go through. You should roll it like reduce damage for concrete
It
wall.
was like we were technically within like general range, but like it was reduced to extreme range because it's like max range because of the wall.
Hold on. Wait, what?
We took reduced damage.
How did you get behind a wall?
I flew. I was
And-
flying her out of the wall. That was my action.
No, it was okay. You would have taken buck damage if normally. All of you would have taken buck damage if it wasn't
Yeah.
for the wall.
Right, but the wall would have acted as a shield, not
The
extended the
wall
range.
exploded. Like the
No.
We took
No,
damage
it
from the
reduced
wall.
Less
range.
damage. Okay, instead of multiplying the 48 by times 8, you only had to multiply it by times 3.
Yeah,
How thick was the concrete wall?
not very thick.
Yeah.
It was a thin wall. It exploded.
How many inches of concrete?
Shut up! It was an inch. It was like
Was
half
it
an inch of
ferro concrete or was it
exploded.
regular concrete? It was probably ferro concrete.
No, it was regular concrete.
I'm
and
calculating this properly.
Zombie cam, you can't cheat death in every campaign. You cheated it once already in this campaign, even.
And Belial is the first to get a zombie kill twice.
I am the zombie slayer.
Yeah, so Allison's like, God damn it, not again, and takes her fuck.
Oh my god, mass grave
She
time.
takes her shirt and drapes that over the body of
Yeah.
Madison. It's like, fuck, why
Yeah.
am I?
Jacqueline takes off her jacket, and then gives it to you.
Thank you.
Ed was about to do the same. Yeah.
I hope that bloody rock that I had was destroyed too.
The
Yeah,
what?
it was probably ruined.
The
The what?
Awakening Rock.
Oh, the rock? Yeah, likely.
Yeah, you got
Good.
pulverized in your body. It's fine. So
Yeah.
Allison's
But
like, God.
Remember, kids, always remember, you can always make a new one of those watch portals. They won't work as good, but
Yeah.
just do
Was
them on
that
the
destroyed?
Yeah, actually, the
Yes.
watch. Look
If
at
the-
Should I roll to see if the watch was destroyed before Madison's brain was destroyed?
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic. How should I roll that then?
Luck.
Do you have luck?
I spent it all.
All right.
This
then
it
just-
replenishes
I think
every
that's a
session.
per session.
I
Yeah,
spent
that's
it
per
all.
session. You spent it all in the session?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
To run
That's-
into the.
that's a shame, isn't it?
I'll just
Yeah,
roll
it's
on.
destroyed.
All right.
Which
There's-
wall did you guys hide behind though?
The,
I don't
the,
know.
They all hit by the same.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah, they got hit.
they
Yeah.
got hit. They had drama points to basically be like,
to
we
help
didn't.
reduce it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lowered it down to 20 some odd damage.
No, it was like
No,
it
5%.
was 36 damage.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it was-
36.
it was reduced down to
I have
36
6
damage.
hit points of it.
Yeah. Otherwise, you could reduce it down to 12 if you had 5 drama points, which is
And-
just bullshit.
You
Actually, no,
specifically
it's not
said
Bunk.
only a
No,
couple.
Bunk would have reduced it down to 12.
But yeah,
God,
So
okay,
I-
I'm going to calculate that real quick. So divide by 2.
Right, like, it's fine. We have a very dramatic ending. Let's not.
Okay,
like,
you would have taken 5 points of damage
Yeah.
if it was.
Yeah, we could have all done some bullshit, but we're not doing bullshit because
Yes.
that bullshit ruins
Yeah.
drama.
But
So
yeah.
yeah, we gather up our dead friends and
How much
lay
damage did Buck take?
and lay them down in the room.
Buck took. He used all 5 of his drama points, and he took. He took well.
No,
into
no,
his-
no. How much?
Or
What was the damage that he took without drum?
Well, he took the full damage.
Although
Oh.
he took 384 if he didn't use drama points,
Okay.
and then he used drama points, and he took 96 damage, which took all of his health, and then put him into negative 58.
Lay
Yeah.
down the bodies of our dead.
Lay down the
comrades
Yeah.
in a very
Well, there is no
meaningful and
body for
moving
Rock
scene
anymore.
that,
Yeah.
that does not need
The
to be
bodies that we
spoiled by
have.
math because it's very powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Edward's
You
hand
re-enter the
shaking as he
room.
helps.
Head back
you
to
re-entered the room and to see if there was anything left of them. No.
No.
All rubble among that. And then you go back out, put all your friends in the mass grave or next to each other because that's more respectful.
Yeah.
We drive them to the cemetery of this town that's basically been deserted at this point and bury them.
Oh yeah, you know the one that Brandy killed a guy in.
Yeah, Brandon killed a guy in.
Yeah.
That one.
Bury them.
Oh
in,
no, you bury him next to Dion's body.
Yeah. We bury
Yeah,
them all next to Dion's
That's
body.
fair.
Yeah.
Allison like helps to like walk Jacqueline, who's fucked beyond reason, and like Edward. How is Edward?
He has 6 hit points.
Okay, so you're still
Very
at least
fucked up.
hobbling.
But yeah, he's hobbling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Allison is carrying Jacqueline. You were hobbling.
Ed-
Like Edward's
yeah.
hobbling.
Behind.
Yeah, we bury the bodies. We return back to we go back to the Duhar's household actually, briefly.
Oh yeah. So you knock on the door.
Yeah, Bailey was taken
Mama
away by the
Duhar's.
orders, so for the mother's.
What? Bailey was not taken. Oh wait, yeah, she was.
Yeah,
She was.
Yeah. Mama Duhar's.
yeah. Is your daughter here?
Yeah. Hold on.
Edward is visibly
All right.
shaking. Like he's killed someone once, but this is something completely just crazy
yeah.
to him.
Yeah, hold on.
Just gonna
All
say.
right. All right.
I feel
What?
this is so good.
We're here. Is Fran here?
Who?
Fran, your daughter, the young.
No, I only have one daughter.
What?
Oh yes! This is so good for Leo.
No, but Fran, she lives here. Her Madison, the little girl that was with us, it was her best friend.
I have no idea who that is.
Your daughter,
You
Bailey,
remember-
she
Yeah.
knows. Fran,
Bailey, I haven't seen Bailey today. She went out earlier after no longer being unconscious.
Do you remember who I am?
Yeah, Edward, your mother sent us here. And are you injured?
He's
He
badly
he
hurt.
nods like, yeah.
Terrible. Come in.
He walks inside. They can come in as well. I trust them.
Yeah. I've met them before.
Yeah.
Jacqueline is very badly hurt. She needs a doctor.
I don't even know if there are any doctors in the city anymore.
There's. Allison sits down, like, and basically, like, jumps up, screaming, like, "They back!"
I'll drive all of you to the nearest hospital, but that'll be an hour drive. So, yeah, just get everything together. I'll get some disinfectant, and try and bandage you all up enough to be able to get along well on the path. But I have no idea who this Fran person is that you're talking about.
Edward stands up and walks to what he believed was Fran's room.
So you go into Fran's room, and it's blank. A square. Just like the base that you were just in.
Mastermind. Edward just crumples to his knees as he stares at the blank wall.
God!
Are you telling me that I literally just killed 2 children in this game?
Or that Fran just up and left when she realized her game was
Yeah, she was.
She erased all the memories of the people she had access to and left. Because Fran was Mr. Blue Sky!
Fran's. Edward just runs back. It's gone! Allison is gone.
She's gone.
What is?
Completely! All signs of her gone!
What are you talking about? I have everything here. Come on. Let me bandage you up. Tell me. What are you talking about?
A very dangerous person who was here before, but is no longer. No one to worry yourself about. No one to worry about. It's nothing.
It's not worth it. It's not worth the trouble right now.
Okay. But yeah, and then she bandages it up. All of y'all
Tell
up.
her that her memory was removed by a stand user.
True.
She would believe you. It's not
the stand. Yeah, the person who was living here was a stand user. She manipulated your memories to make you believe that she was your daughter, a girl named Fran. In reality, she was.
There was never anyone who lived up there.
Your memory was wiped.
Tampered with.
What?
You've for months.
Hey,
now
hey, Edward, you remember the trap door to the?
Oh yeah, he's going to just rip nearly ripping the carpet, to.
See a trap door. She's like, that goes down to the cellar. What?
He slams it open and goes down into the cellar.
Into the cellar. Yeah, it's just a cellar.
What? Clever girl.
Clever. He climbs out of the cellar, closing it. What? His hands just crumple into his face. Oh my god. Everything.
She beat us all.
It was a trap.
And as that happens,
Wasn't
The camera zooms out of the house in pure silence.
Yeah.
No one wants to speak to Madison? Oh, I see how it is. Okay, guys.
This is dramatic. Fuck you. The camera zooms out of the house, and the final shot, the camera pans up at a blue sky.
Yeah.
And everyone's smiling at it.
Yeah.
let the force of love take you by.
And then the song kicks in.
Yeah, I'm
That's
waking up. No,
Oh.
yeah, that was
I had a whole
That
thing
was major too.
for the government, but never mind.
the government.
Like
Oh, you
basically
can-
with like the government team that was going to investigate.
Oh, the funniest thing is, we can do a post-credit
Yeah.
scene with the government, which is people playing government members. Just,
Yeah, well, yeah. It specifically had one government member in mind. I talked to you about before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's
But
like-
anyway,
But yeah, continue.
So, thank you for joining us in Major 2. This was really fun. We're gonna do a post-credit scene, so it's not all over. But yeah,
soon.
That is basically the actual storyline.
Yeah.
It was a really goddamn fun experience. We're looking forward to Major 3 in ... time.
How many years? Yeah. It's not going to be multiple years.
It'll probably not be until 2018. In fact, it'll definitely not be until
It
2018.
will definitely not.
Yeah, it'll be a
Might
little.
be mid to late 2018.
So,
I wouldn't go
in-
that
in the
far.
meantime, we'll have the Doctor Who campaign with the GM of Time Knight, which will happen next week, and then the week after that, we're gonna have the Ragamuffins campaign.
At long last, Low Gravity's Ragamuffins campaign.
Yeah,
It's gonna be good.
but yeah. Anyway,
So yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
So, after all of the people left and went to a hospital in the next city over, the FBI missed them as they're doing this, and go to the site of the large explosion. After looking at the extremely fucking shredded insides of it, a group of investigators, let's say 5 investigators,
Sure.
appear on the scene. So each of you will be playing a character, like an investigator.
Yeah, we got the list of the dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well then.
These
Or the-
numbers right?
Hmm?
These numbers right? The
Yeah.
bodies we dug up. There's we got positive IDs.
There are 2 unaccounted for, but that one is Allison Crowley, an illegal from Russia, and the other one is Flip's notes, Madison Ruprecht.
Madison. So we have no idea if she's dead or not.
Well, she's dead. Look at her. But the third one is burnt from recognition. Can't get anything out from it. We're gonna have to go in the lab in order to figure something out.
I can take a wild stab at who those people are.
Yeah.
Oh.
But Jimmy, you're good with the news.
Yeah. What's up?
You what do you think we should tell
Tell who? The boss?
everyone on the news?
Oh.
Come on, Rummy.
Gotcha. Well, it seems as if.
That's his last name.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Shut up.
Well, I think that we have been unable to identify our suspect in this chaos. It is safer to keep people out until we can find the body. That is my opinion on this matter.
Well, we can't just keep it anonymous, but what do you all think? Just points a pen towards the rest of y'all.
The woman in the back wearing sunglasses takes them off and pulls out a cigarette. I don't have to tell them anything. Just tell the bigwigs back in Washington that I know exactly who the motherfuckers who did this was. You tell them I'm gonna find Joseph Edwards. I'm gonna have a long, serious fucking talk with
Who's
him. I'm
Joseph?
gonna ask him what the fuck he did to Maddie.
Who's Joseph?
He's a dead. Edward. What the fuck is his name? Edwards.
Edward
Edwards.
Edward.
Major Edwards.
Yeah.
Major.
It's
They have a comic character.
Edgeworth.
Major Edwards.
Are you? It's Edward Edgeworth.
Edward Edgeworth.
Yes,
Really?
Edward W. Edgeworth. His mother's name is last name is Lily. Her name is Lillian Edgeworth, and
Oh, shit, okay.
his father is Kintu Wright.
I don't know. It's been a really fucking long time since we had these fucking characters.
He has.
Anyway, point is,
Anyway,
that whatever you fucking called him, that fucking guy, I'm gonna fucking find him. I'm gonna have a fucking word with him.
All right. So, pack it up. The news will be hounding here as soon as they hear about some shit.
Yeah, you guys take care of all
they
that.
always
She
are.
takes the cigarette she had lit and flicks it away. I got some personal business to take care of. I'll see you guys back in Washington.
All right.
Don't be too long.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. And with a snap, she's suddenly gone.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, isn't it great? Oh, yeah. So, now here's the official end. Thank you, everyone,
There you go.
Yeah.
for joining us on our campaign experience.
This, on this little adventure.
Yeah, it's been a nice 9 months since the beginning of this campaign.
Reasonably
and I'm glad
smooth. Yeah.
y'all can experience it. This will be in a playlist for all of y'all. You can support April and the rest of the group on Patreon if you want. Like and subscribe and just, tell us what you liked about this.
If you enjoy Major as a campaign setting, Low Gravity will soon, Valve TM, we'll be getting a major update. A major expansion, I should say, but specifically for this game, it will not be following the exact same rules we've been using in this campaign, but it will be using a set of rules specially designed to run Major/JoJo style games. So, you guys enjoyed this series, which all of us certainly have. Look forward to that. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be super, super, super great. But from the rest of us, I just gotta say, thank you so much for watching. I hope you will join us for the next campaign and the one after that. Until then, see you around.
Bye.